Yeah, so I want to tell everyone I was walking down the street one day actually, and I get to the corner and it's a red light, so I gotta wait so the cars don't crush me. And I turn around and there's some bitch in a niqab, and she scared the fuck out of me, bro. And I was just telling Chris that, uh, uh
Niqab lady.
and I was just, yeah, that I've been seeing a lot more people with niqab and burqa running around and shit. So
Ugh.
that was a funny story.
We're not live, are we?
Oh, we're live, man. We're so live. Get live up in this motherfucker.
I was waiting out for you, but then I just went in there. I was like, oh, should we wait for Nick more? Or should we just go in? And I was like, fuck it, let's go.
He was too busy pulling down a house arrest.
I thought you were waiting for us to start, and that's why you just jumped in now right after I started.
No. So, niqab lady?
Yeah, that was it. She just scared the shit out of me. Startled me. I wasn't expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the opposite of seeing a ghost, right? Just, holy shit, what the fuck is that?
It's worse than if you were to see a white sheet coming at you. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, strangely enough, I'm less scared if I saw a guy in a white sheet.
It's
Yeah,
fucking true.
My brother's in, or he was in Istanbul when the bombing happened, and he was trying to kind of be like a little bit of an apologetic about it. He was like, yeah, I've seen very few burqas out here. People are smoking and drinking, and then within 12 hours, there was a bombing. I'm leaving this damn country.
Right. Yeah, you know, everybody wants to minimize it until it happens to them.
Yeah.
You showed us those DMs that were crazy. He was like, you were just not arguing, but you were just telling him like, oh, blah blah blah, and he's like,
be careful.
Bam.
Yeah.
Where was he at the time?
And I warned him. He wasn't at the airport, you know. He was, I don't know what he was doing. Looking at old shit was the last thing he told me before. He's like, I'm getting the fuck out of this country.
Right.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, well, nobody blames him.
There's a reason the Greeks hate the Turks.
That's where he's at now. He's back in Greece. He comes back on the 4th. He was supposed to spend like 4 or 5 days in Turkey.
Yeah,
but he's like, no, I'm done with Turkey.
Yeah.
Okay, look at these options. Turkey, gay haters. Greece, they love butt fucking. You can't. Why would you pick the other option? For a place to fucking spend your time.
It's very true.
Yeah, I'll pass. And I warned him before he went. I said, you know, I texted him. I said, you know, Mein Kampf is a bestseller, right?
Right. Yeah.
I want to read Mein Kampf. I want to know what the fuck it says, so I could be a true.
I'll pass.
Be a true skinhead.
You'll pass reading it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't even care to see it.
Nah.
Chris?
Mein Kampf. What?
Would you read it?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I'm down to read, you know, anything as long as it's of interest.
So it's not Deepak.
Yeah, exactly. As long as it's, you know, not a pseudoscience, you know, retard.
I don't know. He just doesn't look. You know, Hitler probably doesn't have a little quips in there. I like my books to be a little humorous or something.
Yeah. So I don't know. Call me crazy, but I have a hard time imagining Hitler had a good sense of humor.
I would love to see.
Just imagine that guy trying to crack a joke.
What if you read it and you find yourself laughing every chapter?
That would be surprising. Yeah.
That would be not fucking good.
I think I'd find agreeing with it less weird.
You'll be like, oh yeah, this sounds right.
Did y'all talk about Amos yet?
Nah, I just named it that because he is a cunt.
Oh, you mean
we don't have to talk
about the
about
pedophile defender?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he defends their right to consent because he's not a fascist.
Right, yeah.
He says
right,
he's
yeah.
fighting for children's rights. Holy
Yeah,
Christ.
Consent.
fighting for child's rights for them to be trained on in some basement by like 5 dudes. That's such a right you want.
It's like the real life version of like what we like talk about in our chats.
Yeah.
And he
It's like
says,
coming to life.
and he
ZBH.
says, show me evidence that it's harmful. And then some dude like just says like, this is the first Google
Just
page I
fuck his
found,
ass.
and it shows that it's incredibly harmful. And he doesn't respond to that. He just keeps on his stupid child rape rant.
Yeah, dude, I was in shock when I saw that, man. He's just like, I think child pornography should be legal. It's like you're criticizing other YouTubers for their bad opinions. It's like, what a hypocritical cunt.
Dude, you fucking like you said, show me evidence that it's harmful. How about a torn fucking kid vagina?
Yeah.
Or a torn kid's asshole?
Yeah.
And you know,
Is that enough harm for you? Like,
I emailed the prosecutor that was prosecuting him.
Yeah.
Just a douchebag email. I wasn't like too hard. I was just like, this is some stupid shit. And
Right.
you know, if you want to join if you want to be a part of Western society, you're gonna have to get over this bullshit. I'd think about sending another email like, yeah, you know what? Never mind. Go ahead. Throw him in the thing. I don't care.
Have fun getting child porn in jail, you little fucking monkey bitch.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, now I have no problem with him going into prison.
Yeah. Okay.
Like after him saying that, you just lose all respect for me. I'm sorry.
Then when he gets out, he'll be like, okay, rape is bad.
Yeah. Oh, now I finally realize what it feels like to have a cock rammed up your asshole.
But only teenage jail rape, not kiddie rape.
Yeah, we're
That's
talking
still
about an
Not
almost
all
grown
rape.
adult man.
Not all rape.
Not all rape. Not all rape is equal.
Kiddie rape is ultra good for Amos. Well,
Yeah.
just their right to consent.
Because what child doesn't want to consent to getting fucked?
Because once the kid consents, then it's it's gonna go through and it's all good, I guess.
Yeah, no worries.
But
There's
I'm
no
not.
harm. It
But
feels
I'm
good
still
for Amos
against.
at the time.
I'm still against adults fucking kids, but I'll let the kid say yes to the adult
Yeah.
when no one's around.
Hey, when I'm around.
God,
Mowgli looking piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm sick of this shit, bro. And I called out Creationist Cat too. I tweeted his ass twice, I think, about when I retweeted an Amos fucking tweet. I'm like, these bitches will fucking mirror this guy, and they won't fucking mirror Devin's shit.
Right. Yeah.
They won't fucking do that because this atheist
Because
community.
Devin's racist, but Amos, he's all right.
He's all
pro
right.
child rape. It's all relative.
No, you
the
don't
main picture
understand.
chooses.
It was an argument he was trying to make. No one was refuting it logically.
Yeah. They were taking it out of context.
And he was saying ad hom. Oh,
Yeah.
for
Ad
fuck's sakes.
hom.
Oh my God, bro, why you gotta insult me? Yeah, why do you have to promote raping children?
It's not rape because they said yes. God damn it.
I'm just gonna blame Singapore. That's what I'm gonna do.
Fucking
Apparently it's a shit country.
all these brown fucking Asian countries like pedophilia. What the fuck?
Weird.
What the fuck is going on? God damn.
That's their culture, bro. Why you gotta hate?
Well, I gotta hate on the culture, except for white culture. Hate on that shit. Hate on white culture. Skeppo, you want to come in, but you gotta go on cam with your tits out for Islam, and that's
The whole time.
the whole time, and then I'll get flagged. And
Oh, Wendell's in the chat hangout. He just told me in Minecraft.
oh, he's pissed that you're doing both.
No, I don't know if he's pissed. I don't know. He's squatting like a madman in the game.
It's teabagging.
Yeah, no, it kind of looks like he's pushing his ass out towards me. Honestly, I don't know.
He wants some of that Minecraft shit.
he wants some of mine ass.
God, mine shaft.
Yeah, the mine shaft. Give me that mine shaft.
No, but this fucking fuck this little cunt. Just trying to get fucking subs. That's all these fucking people care about.
Did
Is
you
fuck,
hear about
all these fucking people? All they care about is fucking money off YouTube. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, just popularity. Everybody, famous. Get famous, man. If you get famous, your life is set.
Fuck, man.
Abe Shore said in the chat, it said, has Steve Shav started defending pedophilia yet? You know, I've
He's
been
on the road.
liberal like all my life, and I heard the arguments that once you allow gay marriage, everything else will, be, looked at and considered, and they said, child rape or, pedophilia will be next. And holy shit, there are some major people out there, I don't remember what it was, but some company, was it Vice that did the pedophile thing? The guy that likes
Salon.
Salon.
Yeah,
Oh, fucking Salon. That's even.
Anita Sarkeesian's fucking one of her people was who the article was about.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like don't call me a pedophile, but I love touching children.
I'm not about guilt by association, but Anita Sarkeesian employing a pedophile. Yeah. Just saying.
Right.
Yes.
Does she have any comment on it?
Can you contact her? I don't know. Unless you're like some fucking place that's gonna pay her to speak at their fucking place.
I would imagine her information's private.
If fucking dox her, that would be great.
Yeah.
Fucking Armenian dox.
She looks like she has a big old booty.
She's gross though. She's definitely sloppy and fucking nasty.
Yeah.
Ugh, and stinky.
I bet she is nasty, dude. I bet she's just gross as all fuck down underneath there.
Anna has a chance to be all good,
Oh, of course. I mean, there's always that chance, but I mean, dude.
No, but I mean,
look at her.
not her. Anna at least has a chance.
Oh, Anna. Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
She has a chance to.
Yeah, after facial modification.
Yeah. Well, she probably sucks good dick. Knowing that she had that nose.
Yeah, they just opened up the nostrils for her a little bit, so it was easier to intake air.
That's what that really did. Her fucking surgery.
Thanks, Cenk.
Right?
Right? Of course, dude.
Wherever you find any kind of blatant hypocrisy in anything, whether it be the Young Turks and Anna being a part of it, my video on the Hebrew Israelites, when looking them up, I found this one fat white chick who was totally defending them. She is a proponent for the Hebrew Israelites, and she's saying those fucking white people, she's grotesque. Why the fuck is this lady defending
black?
Oh my god,
black dudes like fat white girls.
Oh yeah, my buddy at work, like he's unapologetic about it. He said, and I ain't gay, but dude's like, he's not a bad looking guy. He said, I will take a fat white chick over a black chick any day. I was like, why? He goes, I don't know. I'll just do it. Whatever, man.
Just do
it.
Whatever, man.
I don't know, man. I'll just do it. I'll kill this motherfucker. Why, man? I don't know, man. I'll just do it, bro. Okay. I don't know. They like those fat white chicks. I don't know.
I don't get it.
They like fat chicks.
Yeah.
I think it's like also. I think it's part of the shaming shit they do with each other. Like, oh, you ain't black if you don't sound like this,
Oh, right.
Oh, that, like, that you ain't black enough shit.
You're
Hashtag not black
enough. You fucked a fat white bitch.
No, but I don't know. Like they all have to like a big fat ass.
Yeah. And even if it's like literally fat, it's not even just like nice and big. It's just lard lump after lard lump.
Oh.
It's like a goddamn fucking hologram.
Nasty ass.
Oh shit.
They're like, God damn, that's
like we've all. I mean, I don't know about we've all, but I mean, I fucked a fat chick, and you know what? It really wasn't that great. I mean, let's just be honest. It's just not the best.
There's this
It's easy to
total
maneuver
shame.
now.
there's this chick that works at a hospital nearby, and I know her because she works security. This is about 2 or 3 years ago, and she looked good, right? She's a lesbian. She's like, she came to me one day and she's like, "Hey, I want you to be our penis." I was like, "Okay," and
Alright.
I was like, "Yeah, why not? I mean, she's hot." It
Right.
wasn't like a dating thing. It was just, "Hey, we need you." I'm like, okay. Let me see if I can find their pictures.
What
So
does that mean, like a penis to cut
they
off?
they wanted no they,
Throw
they
a
wanted
word
to
about
share
him.
they wanted to share me because her girlfriend um
Is
is
bi.
bi. Yeah.
Uh,
So I was like, okay, sounds cool. I was like, let's see, because she looks good. You'd wonder what the other one looks like. No, I went through with it, but shame, shame,
Shame.
shame.
just to get the hot one that didn't want the dick. Did the hot one get wet? Did it
Oh
all
yeah,
work
oh
out?
yeah.
Or did it,
She was into it. It worked. That's pretty.
she was into it. See, like
It's not that it made it worth it, but I drank a lot. I drank a lot. Let me see if I can find the pictures. I think they broke up, but I think I still have it saved
Aw.
somewhere. I got the texts.
you'll show the shameful one.
Yeah.
You're
No, I
ballsy,
shouldn't.
bro.
No, not on the internet. No, can't do
You
it.
are a ballsy motherfucker.
I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. It's bad too. I mean, she's not hideous, but she's
Well,
huge.
show the hot one at least.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm fine. It'll take a minute. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, Emma's here. Emma's fucking hot too, from what I could tell. Every fucking girl that subs to me, I don't get it. They're all hot. It's awesome. Keep
I
it
tell you,
going.
man, the monkeys
Keep
are
it
hot.
going. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, not all, obviously.
Not all.
Someone subbed yesterday I never seen or heard of, and she was hot, and I was like, okay.
We can work with that.
I won't complain. This is not a complaint.
Fuck, what was her name?
Like
Oh shit! Hate speech.
Dakifa. No, Dakifa. Some fucking retarded name.
Hmm.
I am stoned. I'm always stoned. That's what you guys say. I'm always stoned. Fuck it. I'll go with that.
I try not to be high for hangouts, but I was already smoking when you invited me, so kind of late.
Well, this is what happens. I start a hangout, or I'm in a hangout, and I'm not really stoned, and then I just smoke anyway, and it doesn't really matter. I guess it just winds up not mattering. I'm always like, is it gonna affect me? Am I gonna start slowing down and not remembering shit? And
Yeah.
sometimes I don't remember something once in a while, but
Well, yeah, I just try not to because since last school year started, I've just been not smoking as much. So when I do smoke, I just get super baked, and I do forget. And I was like, "Fuck, what was I talking about?" I sound like a dumbass.
well, it usually just happens when someone might cut in real quick while you're in the middle of something long.
Lose your train of thought.
And that's usually when it fucking happens to me, when someone
Yeah.
like cuts me off while I'm in the middle of something long. And then I'm like, fuck. Because I like try and answer them or whatever, and then I fucking lost it.
Right.
But whatever.
Is anybody else coming in, or is it just the trio here?
Oh, right now it's the trio. I mean, who wants to come in?
Cool.
Anyone? I don't know if I see. I'm selective with people I let in. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
not to be a dick, but if I don't have much rapport with the person, I'm gonna let them in. But if I get
fuck
good
are you
vibes
doing?
from someone, I would.
It's Wendell on the game. I have to fucking turn my volume down.
What happened?
I'm in my house in Minecraft, and I'm just sitting here talking, and Wendell just keeps opening and closing the door. Holy shit!
Windows shit posting.
Yeah, this is like a Inception shit post.
This is weird because he's on his chatting into the chat, listening to us, playing the game and fucking making that sound just so it comes through the chat that he's listening to.
It's really funny.
Fucking bizarre.
Dang, I wish I could show you the Nazi house that he's built. It's incredible.
He sent a picture of a castle.
Think like the Reichstag if Hitler had won, and then make it bigger.
Say again, Chris.
He actually sent us a picture in DMs, and it was a big castle with swastikas.
Yeah, that's it.
Where is it?
It's in this game. It's his main base.
No,
It's probably way in there.
Oh, in the chat. Yeah, it was in DMs.
Oh man, that's probably far back.
Some of those.
I'm sure we can get more footage for you.
Yeah, I'm sure Wendell will take some screenshots and tweet them out. Tweet
we were
out your
cool and had an Xbox Ones, we could record it, but we can't.
Everyone get an Xbox so you can
bong hit.
Play
Rip in some bong loads.
Some bong loads, yeah. The bong loads. Bong loads are
fucking funny.
I think Devin tweeted me the other day. I woke up and there was a tweet there.
Yeah.
What's up? Are you ripping bong loads today? Some shit like that. I'm like, not yet.
Oh god.
Here. It's morning here. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't. Hagbard said he might come in, but it's probably gonna be in like an hour if he does.
Word.
Yeah, he said he'll be home like 8 or some shit. So 8 his time is 11 here.
Wait, is Hagbard in California?
No, he's in Oregon.
Oregon, okay.
Oregon.
Yeah, he's with what's his face in the compound. He's near the compound. Where's Ross, actually? Speaking of the compound.
Yeah, why don't Ross and Hagbard meet up? Actually, I'm not sure how that would go.
I think
they're last time I think they're like several hours away.
Are they? Okay.
3 or 4, something like I don't know.
Yeah.
Ross is going further north, I think, man.
Yeah. That's what he said. Doesn't sound too happy about it either.
He sounds happy, or doesn't?
No, he didn't sound too happy about it, understandably.
Really?
Okay, I found some pictures. Here's the big one.
Well,
she's big. She's big. Hang on, I know I got more, but this is the first one I found.
The face
isn't
ain't bad.
really big.
Yeah.
I was expecting a fucking like a hatchet face.
Well, you hadn't.
Yeah,
seen
like a heifer.
You hadn't seen their. Wait, don't pass judgment on a face.
No, I could
Fat
see
girls.
I could see the robustness as we speak.
Robustness.
The rotundness.
Yeah.
Fucking the roundness. Just the marshmallowy quality.
Okay, here's another one, the bigger one. It's still, they take good pictures. You know how they are. They're experts when it comes to photography.
They are, because
Every fat chick is every
fat
chick is a professional photographer. I'm convinced.
What is Wendell doing now? Mopping the fucking floor.
I don't know. We're just like running around.
Wendell's like fucking running a grinder with Jews going.
Yeah, I made a path for a mine cart, and it's gonna be to the furnaces inside Wendell's castle.
A nice.
There they are. That's the one on, I guess technically, yeah.
I mean, that's definitely worth the threesome, I would say.
Okay, so not alone. Good. I mean, of course, there was a talk beforehand. Like, well, I got to know. I got to see. I got some more. Doxing my fat chicks.
If anybody deserves to be doxxed, though, I mean, really, right?
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 Right? Why? Dude, he says it so much, it's so goddamn aggravating.
Sometimes
Like, I
every
don't
other
think I'll
word.
ever do a Young Turks video ever again because I don't want to hear right 25 times.
This is not a good picture of the hot lesbian one. Not a good picture.
It's
That's not a bad picture.
picture.
Yeah. I mean, she's not skinny, but she's not
No,
huge.
she's not.
It was worth it, dude. It was worth it.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
oh. I'm not showing that one.
Oh, come on.
She. Mm-mm. Nope. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Without a dick doc
I'm not
show.
gonna look anymore.
She
No,
almost
no,
stick-
no. It's
He has to stop
that-
because the erection
she's
won't
that
go
big.
away.
She's that big.
He's like, oh wait, no, this exposes how big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, you're brave enough for even exposing any of it, I guess. Yeah.
It looked okay until this point, but now I really just want to stop.
Yep. Done. Or as we say in my business, 98. That means I'm
98.
done.
I'm 98 for the night, boys. Yeah, you have any good arrests lately, Nick?
Yeah, a couple. I had a guy the other night who man, I caught 4 of the 7 like breaking and entering suspects, and we ended up. It took fucking forever. The call went out at like 3:30 in the morning. 7 black males dressed all in black, walking around an apartment complex. Well, we get out there and I see a Jeep.
Wait, you're saying they're black?
No. Yeah. I DM'd my. What we do is we write. Let's say you have like 4 officers on the scene. If you get a felony arrest, every officer has to write like what they did, and what that's for is when you go to court. You know, because you could go to court years after the fact.
Right.
I sent my version of it in DMs, but I'm the first one there, and I see them, and they're ducking. But and this apartment complex is built on a hill, and they're ducking between the building and the hill and running. So what I do is I drive my car around and cut them off. But there's a breezeway in the middle. They didn't know I drove around, but some of them cut down the breezeway. The ones that cut the breezeway got away. I snatched a couple. They were running. I tackled one, and the guy behind me got him. And there was a couple more, and one of our K9 guys got another one. And the age range was 13 to 19, the ones we got. Yeah. And what my evil police department does, and this pisses me off. Yeah. They have this trick, you know. They'll go in there. You can't ask questions unless you Mirandize them. They'll go in there. The detectives will go in there and they'll interview them without Mirandizing them and have them confess. They'll sing to the birds.
Oh,
But we can't use that. We can't use
Right.
that. Then they'll come back in there and like, okay, listen, we're gonna make this official. It's kind of a loophole. We're gonna make this official, and then they read them their rights and they're like, okay, now just what did you say earlier?
Right.
It's a shitty loophole, but it works. This is how a lot of our homicide suspects. Like,
Oh, really?
It gets them to say it like idiots.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's a tactic.
But it doesn't always work because the second they hear their rights, they're like, no, I ain't saying shit.
Right.
If they've already said it, so they think, we don't tell them, we can't use all that, The detectives aren't going to be like, okay, everything you just told us and admitted to, we, the things that we want you to say.
You're off the hook.
Yeah. Now listen, if after I read you these rights, anything you said previously is going to be discarded, and it makes no difference whatsoever. So after I read you these rights, and you say no, then you're good. Well, after 2 of them confessed, and I mean sang like birds, they go back in there with their mommies, and and mommy says nope, we're not saying anything. So we got to go to court on all this bullshit, and it was chaotic.
Jeez, that's crazy.
How did you guys forget to read them?
No, we didn't forget to read them. We, like I said, it's you play the game. You get them to confess. And then you read them the rights, And most of the time, they'll just repeat what they said, or even clarify after you read them the rights. It's kind of, it's a loophole, but it
Right.
works,
Yeah.
So it's not that you forget to read them the rights. It's just you can't use any of that crap. It's not admissible in court.
Are they aware of it beforehand? Because I feel like
No.
some of them are not even aware of the fucking Miranda rights.
Oh, everyone is aware of Miranda rights. Every arrest I make, I'd say about 30%. I'll arrest somebody. You don't have to read them Miranda rights. If let's say I see you commit a criminal act or I have enough evidence, I don't have to question you. I know you did it. My testimony stands. We're gonna offer you to make a statement and later read your rights, maybe, But that's if we need your state. We don't need your statement. So it's false. We don't have to read you your rights. If we have enough evidence, there's no point unless we interview. If I see you stealing something out of a building, and I catch you, why am I going to question you about it?
Right.
Besides basic thing, big broken out window, guy pulling a TV out of a store closed, 3 a.m. in the morning. I think I got enough, especially when that owner shows up and said, no, I didn't let him break that window out and steal that shit. So it's a misnomer that, you have to read them their rights. And I love it because this one guy
just to get info before you get evidence, right?
Yeah.
Well, from your side.
Yeah. And what's funny is some people will, for us, like you're
for civilian.
What's funny is my group. There's 5 of us. We call ourselves the Wolf Pack, and I show up on scene and like I got there a little late, and my buddies had already snatched up a breaking and entering suspect, and the guy is going crazy like I'm getting out of this shit because you didn't read me my rights, and I show up on scene and there's 3 of the Wolf Pack, and they're holding him there with the cuffs, and he said, and I have a stripe on my arm, which means just one, which means I'm an FTO. And the guy looks at me and thinks I have some kind of rank, and he's like, hey Sarge, these guys didn't read me my rights. And I looked at the other officers and I was like, hey guys, did you not read him his rights? And I'm like, no. I was like, oh, all right, turn around, let me get these cuffs off him. We got to cut him loose. And the guy's like, really? I'm like, no, get in the damn car. Dumbass.
Yeah, it'll just. The only thing that happens if you don't read them is that works in his favor. That's it. But he doesn't get to go anywhere. Until you have to let him go. You gotta question him first, at least, before you let him go.
Did you see? I don't know if Chris saw it. I know Billy saw it. My arrest of Reagan from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, dude, that was so awesome. Oh my gosh.
For those in the chat. I had a guy on Sherm acting crazy, jumping out in front of cars, and when I get to him, he jumps out in front of my car, and I get out and I put him against the car, pounding him down for weapons, and he's just acting all kinds of fucking weird stuff. Him in the car, and I asked him what his name is, and he's kind of whispering. I was like, he says right like that. I was like, all right, spell that for me, and he goes Raydin. Like what's your last name? And he goes, Combat. I was like, what? Spell it for me. He goes, Mortalkombat. I was like, oh, you're riding for Mortal Kombat. Oh, I got it. And what's funny is when I took him to the hospital, they're like, what's his name? I said, Raiden. And what's his last name? Mortal Kombat. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, ask him. And he goes, I'm riding. Or Raiden.
Raiden.
Damn you, Wendell.
Did he punch himself in the face or something like that?
The guy ended up pooing himself once he got to the hospital, and at that point we call that a code brown. And at that point I'm hands off. I don't want to, once we get in the hospital, that's their problem, no longer mine.
The only time a cop is ever hands off with a black man
is when they poop themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I made the hospital staff carry him in because nope. They went and got him a wheelchair.
Oh damn, man! That's think about that now. Someone else can use that fucking wheelchair and shit. They probably
I would like to hope.
Well, if there's actual shit on it, they'll clean it, but they're not gonna wipe it down for no reason. If they spray it down just because. Fuck. They're doing that
think
shit
about
all
that
day
next time
to
you go to the
patients.
hospital.
Damn.
Somebody probably shit in that wheelchair
Oh man.
at some point, because those things are probably all old.
Yeah, and fucking bled in it and whatever.
Oh,
AIDS
yeah.
in it.
AIDS.
AIDS. You're just AIDS in that, bro.
Just fucking AIDS in that shit.
Don't tell him, but I AIDS'd in his cup.
Ugh.
It was like a fucking. Anyone watch Oz when it was on?
No, but
It
here's
was the HBO show. Yeah. Very few episodes.
I liked
Fucked
it
up
a lot.
show.
Yeah, well, the one guy stuck this guy with an AIDS needle.
Oh shit!
Gave him AIDS.
He literally AIDS'd him.
Yes.
One of our
Like he walked
slogans.
past him and pricked him with the needle. He's like, he's like, oh, sorry, boss, And he fucking just, like it just came out of an AIDS patient. That fucking. And he texted. That show was like very over the top. Like shit would never that would probably never happens in jail. Happened on
Right.
that show, but it was fucking. I thought it was. Fucking,
Oh no, that happens. We have some people that purposely give other people AIDS in jail because they hate them. Yeah, and it's a felony.
Happen.
It's a murder charge.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not murder.
Oh, that's what happened to the guy who was on death row. He was on death row.
Might as well just give people AIDS.
That's like the worst game of tag.
No,
you
he
can
was on
play.
death row after that because he was on trial. He was already in jail, and then he for murder, and now they charge him again for murder because of that in the show.
One of our slogans, and I teach my rookies this. It's a joke, but everyone has AIDS. Treat everyone you touch or deal with like they have AIDS. Don't touch them unless you have to.
Oh right,
And
yeah. Well,
we wear the gloves, the nitrile. I have
Gotcha.
black gloves, but people have blue gloves, and there's
Racist.
some nasty motherfuckers out there.
yeah, dude, I mean, yeah. Every interaction is a potential, deadly interaction.
Yeah. And if you ever if you get spit on, or if you get bled on or anything like
You
that,
go right to the hospital.
we have to get what's called the cocktail. I've had it twice.
A cocktail or a cocktail?
Cocktail, like a
Okay.
drink. We
What's
call
a
it the cocktail.
Yeah.
It's basically a series of medicine and shots to clean your system out of it, like the biggest detox you could get all at one point in time. It's like, so if you get AIDS immediately, like let's say you get bled on and it gets in your mouth or in your, something like that, or you're bleeding and you get their blood on you, you get these shots and you get these pills and everything like that, and it will just wipe that shit out all at once. If it's in there for much longer, you're gonna get it, but you have a chance to just knock it out of me. It's like the Plan B.
Where
The Plan B of
where
AIDS.
did you get this shit?
The Plan B of AIDS.
That's
I want
funny.
to keep this shit around just in case some fucking fucker's blood just splatters all
Yeah,
over.
you never know.
Oh, man. Oh, you fucked that bitch. Drink that shit.
How long has it been? Hurry!
Wipe it on your dick. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I don't. That's scary shit. Fuck that, man. People are crazy though.
Oh, yeah.
People are fucking raw all the time, and people.
Let me just give you AIDS really quick.
It's so fucked up. They don't give a fuck.
No.
Just AIDS the hangout.
Zyklon AIDS.
We actually have there's this gay bar, and it's a very small demographic, but there's so many people that go. It is a black tranny gay bar.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
That place has got to be hopping.
Oh yeah, and it's always packed, and it's always a hellhole. But there's a house right next door.
Dick there, oh my god.
Yeah. How do
Where,
you know about this?
Because we get calls there every night. Well,
That's why.
Exactly.
Oh, that's called a cop.
Well, two things about that place. One time, I'm responding to an aggravated robbery over there, and I get there, and there's this black woman on top of this guy. But he's very obviously not a black woman because he turned ghetto hard. Like, he turned man hard. He's like, motherfucker. I mean, he's putting the guy's face in the ground. The guy stole his purse, and he ran after him like a track star, tackled him, and beating his ass when he get there.
So funny.
And it looks like a woman, but only if you're deaf, because dude had the deepest, growliest voice, and he's sitting there just talking mad shit to the dude, and he's holding him down, and the dude's bleeding from the mouth, thought he was stealing a purse from a woman. I guess he didn't know about the AIDS house. About the club there.
The AIDS club.
Well, yeah, we call it the AIDS
Super
club.
exclusive, and only one person
owner-
can invite you in at a time.
The owner actually lives less than 100 yards away at a house. We call it the AIDS house because the owner has AIDS. Everybody in that house has AIDS. When we get there, it's a crack house too. We'll go in there because we get some kind of call over there, and let's say we run somebody's, information to see if they had any warrants. And in our system, we have a database. If somebody has any kind of communicable diseases, it'll tell us in our database.
Right.
And you'll sit there and you'll be around like 6 people, and every single one of them comes back as having AIDS. And like, holy shit. So it's called the AIDS house, like unofficially.
Do you feel at that moment where like you're on fucking The Walking Dead and you're like,
I was
oh my
just gonna
god,
say, it's like a zombie apocalypse.
I'm gonna put this blood all over me and just casually walk out of the fuck. I could imagine them just being like, "What up, officer?" and fucking throwing their fucking blood at you. Like, let's silence of the lambs.
It's happened. It has happened.
Fuck, man.
It's so fucked up.
You need
Some
a
people
hazmat
purposely try to
suit, bro,
bleed
for that
on
place.
officers. Yeah.
I bet you if you walked in there with a hazmat suit, the fucking press would be all fucking PC about it, bro. Fucking aggressive your ass out.
Yeah.
How dare they do that? They should risk their lives even more. Right now in those conditions. Bastards.
Nick, does your what do you call it, precinct have any like regressive tendencies?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's gotten real PC. The very first policy that got put in place immediately when my new chief got on board was whatever a person says they are sexually, like they are. And it was released out to the public. Well, here's the deal. So let's say somebody's aware that the chief did that because it was on the news. Let's say just some random dude and he thinks he's a comedian. He's like, I'm a woman. We got to ask. You don't have to ask if it's obvious, but let's say they might look a little, and we ask. First of all, we're being, just horrible cops for asking. But if some guy says I'm a woman, we have to put that on their information. Like even if they look nothing like a woman, if they're just being stupid or trying to be funny.
No, that's just like you were just asking for people to get away with stuff.
Yeah, doesn't that just like okay, like when shit is wrong on a parking ticket, you get away with the ticket. Like,
no.
Like, is the judge gonna be like, okay, this isn't a woman, so what the fuck is going on? Get out. Like what's gonna happen with that?
No, I don't know. I don't know of any isms that have cropped up out of it yet, but I'm sure eventually some goofy shit's gonna happen, and we'll see the effects. One other regressive thing, and I've mentioned this on other hangouts, is we can no longer chase. We can't pursue suspects anymore in a vehicle. Like if it's a car chase, we got to let it go. So I'm gonna send, because I've mentioned this a couple times on the hangouts. I'm just gonna make it real quick. Let's say I turn my blue lights on behind you, and by the way, my chief got on TV and stated this policy too. He said, we're not going to chase suspects anymore. Let's say I turn my blue lights on and you just don't stop. We got to give up. We have to, basically we're asking consent for you to stop your car.
Wow.
No shit. Yeah.
Great
So
policy for police.
and this is what happens. There's a group of people that ride the streets at night, driving like fucking morons, driving those ghetto hoopty cars, and they'll be doing all kinds of dumb shit. We'll get behind them, turn our blue lights on. They know that we can't chase them, so they don't even speed away. They just keep going at a moderate, brisk pace, or just hell, they'll stop at a stop sign
until they decide to go fast.
Stop sign, and we'll get out of our car thinking, oh, they stopped. Then they'll go. Like, well, what am I gonna do about it? Not a damn thing.
Ridiculous.
There's nothing I can do. Yeah. So every night,
it's like encouraging crime.
Yeah, it's like every night you'll hear somebody make a traffic stop on the radio. They're like, I'm making a traffic stop at, Elm Street. And then they'll be like, oh, never mind, they're not stopping. And that happens so often. And yeah, I mean, it's embarrassing is what it is. And so many people are included. And other cities around us, they're not like that. So I got a buddy that left my city and went to a different one just less than like 3 miles away. And he's telling me, man, I'm loving the fact that y'all guys did that because they come over to my city and they run every single time. So we can chase them and everything. So they're enjoying the fact because chases are fun, you know.
Oh, yeah. Get your adrenaline going for sure. Not that I've ever been in a chase before. No,
it's intense. I got a couple videos I might share DM.
Right.
One of them, we're chasing the stolen car, and we ended up way out, kind of in a, I live and work in the city, but we ended up out in a rural area, and in this vehicle I could see about 5 or 6 heads in it. But it was a stolen vehicle, and they were all teenage black girls, ranging from 13 to 17.
Oh,
and
shit.
2 of the girls, we call them the Hart sisters, because the last name is H-A-R-T, Hart, like Kevin Hart. 4 times I have arrested these girls for being in stolen cars.
Damn.
But this one particular one, and there's great video of this. They show this in my in-service, talking about like when every year we have what's called the in-service. We go in for a week for further training, qualified firearms,
Right.
Controlled tactics, all kind of dumb shit like that. Oh, and also all your PC stuff. We got to get that crap out of the way. Sensitivity training, shit like that. Not really, but kind of. Racial cultural diversity classes, shit like that.
Someone want to know if it's illegal for you to say nigger.
It's not illegal, no. I don't say it. But, so they show this video in my in-service class. Well, they end up wrecking out in kind of like a little area. It's called a gore. I don't know if you guys know what it is, but it's kind of like, let's say there's a street and you can go left or go right, but there's that little middle area that it's raised up like a curb, but there were plants in the middle of it. It's technically called a gore. That's how we were taught. They ramped up into it. A what?
The fork in the road, like.
Well, but I mean it's raised up.
A median?
Yeah, kind of like a median, but it's just like the triangular area.
Exactly what
yeah.
it is.
Well, they end up wrecking out and getting stuck in that. But while they're doing that, the girl, and this is sometimes their tactics, they'll jump out of the car. And our priority one is getting that car stopped. So chasing suspects gets kind of difficult when you have to worry about the car because you got to worry about the safety of the people before you catch the bad guy. Well, the girls think it's a good idea, and they've done it before. They jump out of the car and let the car roll. Well, the driver ends up kind of stumbling out, and the back tire runs over her ankle.
Oh, shit.
I'm horrible for laughing at this. And you hear me, because this is all recorded, right? And I say, oh, shit. Right? I'm yelling, oh, shit. It ran her over, and I'm chasing, and the car ends up stopping because it stops in some brush and some bushes in that gore, that median. So their little plan didn't fucking work. So I'm like, okay, I'm not chasing her because she ain't going nowhere. And we caught all 6 of those girls.
Dude, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, great video. I might DM it if I can find it. I would. Oh, it's fucking hilarious because she comes out of there. Everybody, it's like a clown car. They all shot out of that car immediately, and we're getting out of our cars trying to chase them. But as it happens, the driver gets his fucking foot run over.
Talk about well-deserved.
What's grandson? Did they end up in the lake, Nick?
No, they didn't. They will one day. Now, the Hart sisters, they are fucking horrible. The last time I dealt with them was about 2 weeks ago. Their house got shot up.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And the car that did it got stuck in a rut nearby, and that car, the suspects got out and ran, so they left the stolen car. So it still had to do with stolen cars. They have beef with other car thieves, and this is what they do. Because all you fucking civilians are annoying as hell. You park your vehicles and leave them running, and you go into gas stations or wherever while your car is sitting out there still running unlocked. These girls, teenage girls, wait out at these gas stations, wait for you to do that shit, hop in your car and drive off.
That's crazy.
And what's funny is, I'll drive up to a gas station. I'll see somebody do that, right? So I comment to them. I'll say, hey, that's the number one way to get your car stolen in the city. They'll say one of 2 things, and both of them are equally vapid and stupid. One is, well, that's why you're here. No, fuck you. You're an idiot. Or 2, this is my favorite. Oh, I got insurance. Insurance
wow.
doesn't cover stupidity.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
morons.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
So we got someone coming in. I don't know who he is really. Like I've seen him on Twitter a bit.
Oh God.
That's about all I know. So
Oh fuck.
Doc's,
What are we doing?
Doc's
What are we
boot
doing,
must be
Billy?
in effect. Yeah. Doc's boot is always in effect.
Doc's
That's how
food.
we roll.
No,
You dox and block.
I have an
I'll
internet
block
crush
your
on
ass if
Morgan.
you don't dox. On who?
Morgan's in the chat.
Morgan?
Feminist fiction.
Oh, sweet.
She understands.
Please don't make me drink my own urine.
Shit puke.
Yeah, no shit puking for me.
Dox yourself.
Who is this?
Yo.
Howard Stern's penis. Baba booey, baba booey.
Yo.
State your
Hello.
name and your city.
My name is Matthew Striegel, and I'm from Naples, Florida.
Look at this guy.
There you go.
Naples.
Wait, I know you. I was tweeting with you earlier, wasn't I?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all had a.
Yeah, with
Well,
that dumb bitch who kept saying that suicide bombing was okay.
Oh,
I didn't have much with her. I said like 5 things back and forth arguing with her, and then she just kept saying every old argument I've ever heard. So I'm like, yo, go away. And she's like, so she said something, and I'm like, go away or I'm gonna make you. And she's like, are you threatening me? I'm like, yes, with a block now. Just go away. And she blocked me. So I'm like, oh, okay.
If I block him first, doesn't count.
But then she went on. There was over 300 tweets, dude.
That thread was huge.
I was like, I can't even see any of this shit that started here. I'm like, I was down if everyone was fucking in on it. But I was
Is she the one
bored
that was
with
like,
her.
we just need to educate them? You know, they just need education.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what they
God.
think about education? Education
What's-
is is Western. You don't need education.
Yeah,
You just
their
need to.
idea of education is reading the Quran. That's their education.
Yeah, they're not on board with this education thing.
Yeah.
They're very anti-education. Shit, they shoot little girls in the face for
Right.
education.
Yeah. Now
Not-
2 + 2 equals what? Allah Akbar.
Hey, we should get those white helicopters and throw out books, just textbooks.
Carpet book them.
Carpet book.
they're so
Yeah.
illiterate, though, dude. That's like the problem. That they can't even. Most people in the Middle East can't even read Arabic. And then you try to explain to them like what's in the Quran, and they're just like they have no concept whatsoever.
My father told me it was great.
Yeah, it's all about what the parents taught them. It all comes down from the parents, and you
Yeah.
go, oh, it must be secular. You know, like, oh, there must be like there's a secular thing that's going on here with these people, but no, it's like all cultural, and you start to think like ideological, and it's just like you can't. It's just can't connect with these people. I don't get it. Like, what is this your experience too?
I mean, for the most part, I mean, I haven't really met a whole lot of people from the Middle East per se, but yeah.
There's some that go to my school and they're like super wealthy, so they're like the super wealthy Arabs, and
Right.
and like everyone kind of like looks at them to like see what it's like to be in the Middle East.
How old
Yeah.
are you?
I'm 23. I go to college, and you look at these people and you try to have a conversation with them, like not being mean or anything, you know, like not calling
Right.
them out specifically, and they just like completely shut you down. Like I've had multiple peers just for citing the Quran just call me Islamophobic. Like
Yeah.
it's horrible. It's oppressive in some way, and you know, like you don't want to be the SJW to be like I'm oppressed, but like when you can't even say something, what other word is there for it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
Well, you don't give into that shit. You just say it anyway and tell them, I don't care. No, you're wrong, and continue on.
Yeah, but I mean, like, but it is the social stigmatization that comes with just like calling people these names that are so heavily burdened, and they know that if they call you this name enough, you know, nobody's gonna want to talk to you.
Dude, this fucking bitch that Hagbard ripped apart today. He's doing the week of her, so he's gonna be doing a bunch of videos on her.
Yeah.
Linda Sarsour, she's so full of shit. She's got a banner on her Twitter It's all these black people, and it's her in the middle, and she's white as fuck, and she's calling herself a person of color, and like she's a fucking Palestinian. They're the whitest of the fucking Muslims. Like, god damn.
Self-hatred.
What's that?
It's all self-hatred. I've talked with so many of these SJW.
No, it's victimhood. It's worse than self-hatred because they don't hate themselves. They really fucking think they're better. I think like.
I don't know. Yeah, well, they think they're better than everyone else that looks like them, right? That fits their like racial description. They think they're better than them because everyone else who's like, let's say, Palestinian that supports Jews, oh, they must be hating Palestinians.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Crazy shit, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's one of the biggest problems right now is that, I mean, we can't even get to a solution because every time we try to just talk to people about it, it's not even, we can't even do it. You know, there's no starting point. If you can't get the ball rolling, then you can't cross the finish line. You know.
Exactly. And you know, I sit there and I'm a bit like I'm really big into philosophy, and I sit there and I try to just ask basic like Socratic questions, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Socratic philosophy, but
yes.
I use it a lot in my dialogues. And in what we reach at a particular point in questioning is called aporia, and it's Greek for closing the door. So you reach this state with these people, and it's an emotional state, and
right.
they essentially, I'm hypothesizing that they don't know how to get past this aporia, this like ceasing of being, you know, what we call triggering. They don't know how to get past it.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It's so weird, but all it really is the desire to feel good, like about every fucking thing. like.
Yeah, I mean, especially when, you know, the things.
Especially about the truth.
What you base
they
your
want
life
the
around.
truth to be feel good. The truth can't be negative. Like.
Yeah, exactly.
And the biggest thing, the idea of violence, right? Like, let's just examine the idea of violence for like a second. Like, every time the idea of violence comes up, people negatively have a negative association.
Yeah, they're disgusted by it.
Yeah, violence is not inherently wrong.
Right.
It's how it's used, just like
No,
anything else. Like it's and feminists like demonize men. I've sat in class where people have like begun discussions about how men are like these evil creatures, like that are like
creatures.
that are prone to raping more people than everyone else.
This is okay. See, when I if anyone ever said that to me, and I'm sure, like I would literally just be like, look at everyone in the place wherever I am. If I'm in a room with like 5-6 people, I'd be like, are you people listening to what this fucking moron is saying?
Oh,
I don't care. I will call them a fucking moron.
Yeah, I do. And people go to their side. They think I'm the problem.
Oh,
right. Yeah.
They go, yo, this is wrong. Then they turn on me and go, I'm the problem. I'm completely ostracized from my department. Like it's horrible. But like I still want to be an academic. I
don't know. I don't surround myself with people like that.
No, neither do I.
So if I go out into an environment where these people are, at least I have people around me that aren't like that. Unless I'm by myself, obviously. But
man, I pretty much just do my work and meditate and get stoned, and that's my college. I fucking love it. Like people are like, how can you be happy? I'm like, dude, I'm learning this material and I'm doing really well in my fucking classes. And frankly, if you don't agree with me, that's fine. But you know, I think I can demonstrate that my beliefs are better, you know, than your belief, especially when you start to judge me purely for like how I was born, like that people actually think that's a reasonable way to judge another person. It just like hits me in the stomach, you know. Like, do you judge? I don't know. Like, do you guys judge?
I mock people who do it. That's all. I can't, like, if in real life I can't really like spend much time with anyone like that. I won't do it. Fuck off. Get away from me.
Yeah, it's corrosive. It's acidic to the being. Absolutely.
I'd much rather be with myself than be hanging out with anyone like that.
Well, I agree. But you know what? That's why I really like the flying monkeys. You know, it's like a group. it's this way we can all express ideas and be like, yo, something, the world is fucked up, right? Like, it's so.
Yeah.
Flying monkeys is a myth.
More monkeys here. 2 more.
Hey.
What's up, guys?
Nicholas. Billy
Yo.
Bong.
Hey, Morgan wants in.
Yeah,
Oh,
Morgan
yeah.
was in. Yeah, she's
Going
female.
crazy here. It's getting packed.
You see, I know.
All right, I'm gonna have
You
to.
see,
I'm
Nick.
gonna have to lock it up after her for a bit, just because I know when it gets to
Lock it up.
10, it gets
You can unlock
nuts.
down.
Did you say lock her up? I didn't hear you right.
I can lock her up too, but she likes being dumb, so that sucks.
You know, feminist fiction doesn't come in that many hangouts, does she?
Not that I've seen her in.
No,
Only a
man, she's
couple.
not in that many.
She just felt the rugged masculinity coming through her computer screen and just like, yes,
Jesus,
must join.
You know, this girl has 2 accounts, right? And I was following her on the other account. I think Nick follows us. Nick knows what I'm talking about. So this girl runs like an. I'm not gonna say anything. So anyway, she has 2 Twitter accounts. One of them is not safe for work.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's not kind of not safe for work that you want to.
That
Really?
you want to look at.
No.
There's some good, but there's some no.
some weird.
Shit puking, maybe?
There's some no.
So anyway, wasn't this hangout supposed to be about Amos Yee? Is that why you started this hangout?
No, I just named it that because he is a cunt. But
We did talk about him briefly.
we talked about him a little bit, but yeah, I didn't really care.
Have I spoken about him? I was talking about him tonight on the Skeptic Fence pre thing.
Oh, were you?
It
Love
wasn't
to
live
hear
or anything.
your thoughts. I'd
I
love
was
to hear.
thinking about doing a little video on him, but I don't really know if I want to do that.
On
That
that
little
line,
monkey
Michael,
doesn't need any more. He don't need any more attention. That little fucker should be
No.
dispelled.
Exactly.
Right. These are my thoughts, right? Logic was the guy that basically brought him to my attention. You know, sort of put him, you know, like I saw his video or whatever. And then other people seem to be like promoting the fact that he's living in Singapore and he's speaking out about atheism and he's getting persecuted for it. Now, I'm all for him having his free speech. Totally for that, completely for that. Don't have a problem with that whatsoever. But this guy is clearly more than that. He clearly wants something more than that. And it's so painfully obvious if you can't see through his...
Well,
he's so transparent. I mean, he's so young. It's not obvious. It's so obvious to work out that this guy is... you know, I'm not saying he's fake. He's clearly going through what he's going through, and he's
He just
being
wants attention.
Anthony, he was on a hangout.
Yeah,
He was on
that's
a hangout, and he was
that's
talking.
not Billy.
He's like, our community, and I'm like, your community? We just put you in this fucking community.
You just got dragged in. Shut the fuck up.
We need to disown his ass.
Right. So what you need to understand about this guy is that one of his role models was TJ, and you know, and Cult of Dusty and people like that. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with those people. Like, you know, we could all argue about
Wendell, goddamn you, Wendell.
Dude, he just came in and threw down like 6 doors and was like, I'm just gonna start opening them all.
Doors.
Sorry, go ahead.
But you know, speaking about Amos, he was on Dave Rubin, and it was the interview with Dave Rubin for me that changed my mind about. I didn't change my mind; it made my mind up about him. He was clearly just thought it was the big shit and just wanted to be something big on YouTube, which is such a pathetic.
What did he do to show you that? Because I didn't watch that, and I don't really want to, but I do want to know.
Well, he kept referencing TJ, right? He kept talking about it. You know, the Amazing Atheist really inspired him and all this sort of stuff, and but he just, I don't know, man. Just watch it yourself. I mean, make your own mind up. That was my, it made my mind up.
Well, he was on a. Go ahead.
Just a whiny little fucking dick. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, yes, he has his issues. He wants to talk about atheism in Singapore, and he has a big chance of getting jailed for it, right? So, all right, if you want to take that risk, then do it. Now, everybody wants to hold him up as a champion of free speech. Now, is there any value in that?
Well, not
Like,
when
we
they're
all
not
know
doing it for
Singapore's a
everyone.
fucking shell. We all know Singapore is, you know, it has, you know, a sheen of, you know, first world and everything, but we all know it's a little bit shitty underneath.
Yeah, apparently
But
their
I'm not supposed to do
inhabitants
this.
don't mind, you know, touching kitties either.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that is just a different issue altogether. Yeah, I mean, fuck me, he took that to a different thing. And I asked Dusty what he thought of it, and he just said, "Well, I think he's trolling."
Yeah.
So maybe he is. I don't know.
I don't know, he was on a hangout with Sargon and some people, and dude, he just kept asking. So he's like, Sargon, when are you gonna do a video on me? Sargon, when are you gonna make a video on what I'm doing?
What?
Like, dude.
Right.
Yeah, he kept asking them that specifically. I was like, you are such a whore.
I hate to see that.
Yeah, that tells you
Sounds
everything.
like an annoying cunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
That
you
tells
for
you
that.
everything you need to
He
know.
needs to be tied up by you and beaten and probed.
Yeah. I
You
think
know what,
there's some incoming shit puke that needs to happen.
Well, there are some subs that are like past the point of losers where I don't even accept them. And
Oh shit.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
yeah.
That's cold.
Well, it takes an intelligent person to. It doesn't even take that much intelligence to work out that some of these people are just complete and utter. I'm not saying fake, but their intentions are so blatantly obvious and so shallow.
Yeah, they just want to get big on YouTube and have people know who they
and get some
are.
AdSense money
Yeah,
and all that
exactly.
shit.
Why
That's
is that a goal to be big on YouTube? Is
because
that
it's
real?
easy. Because it seems like easy money. All you have to do is talk into a camera, right? And you'll get 100,000 views or whatever. Whatever situation you're in. You'll get so much money if you monetize that video.
Dude, this is why I love philosophy, because in philosophy, the idea of fame, just being famous, right? It's not an end in itself. Like, it's about the connection, right, with other people. That's
Yeah, but it's not that with Amos. I mean, the thing with Amos, he already had that connection. He's realized that now he's YouTube or internet famous, or maybe he's just like a passing thing. You know what I mean? Which I would hope that he is.
I think he is. I'm pretty sure he is, but
I just hope he passes away.
Did you see that tweet? I think it was yesterday. If you
Maybe
look,
he can hold a meet and greet and go the Christina Grimmie route.
Yeah. Just a handshake and a shot.
if you look at how if you look at how the social media kind of sphere works, if you say something that's really unpopular on Twitter, for instance, you ain't going to get a lot of support on it, right? You might even get people calling you out on it. But Amos Yee thinks that he's kind of above that because of what he's also going through. So basically, he can come out with all sorts of outrageous shit and create what he thinks is going to be a social media shitstorm around him, when really people are just looking at him, pointing and going, well, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Well, and that's until he pisses off the wrong group of people, like Muslims, and they all come and flag his Twitter posts or his videos. And yeah, I know, but eventually, right, like with the way things are going, it seems like...
Well, no, he's already got that kind of shit. He's already had that.
People are full of shit because they're two-faced about this situation. Because they don't. I even tweeted at Creationist Cat and Logic, asking if why they would keep supporting this guy but not mirror Evan's video.
Yeah, but I think that's a little bit. I don't know. I think that's a little bit out of order, like, because people supported him because of his free speech issues in Singapore, right?
Oh, I know. No. Don't get me wrong. Not about that. But the point that they say Devin is a dick, Devin is an asshole, but this guy is
what this little dog thinks. I mean, but look how much support he's getting. I mean, look at how many. If you want to look at it from a social blade point of view, look at how popular he is on Twitter from what he was maybe 2 weeks ago.
How many followers does he have?
He's got 8,000 something, but I mean that means nothing really.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean anything if nobody's actually interacting with whatever you post. It doesn't make any difference how many followers you have. You can have 20,000 followers and post stuff out all day long and get one like.
And you can also get your Twitter account deleted by if a bunch of angry people flag your account enough, right? So.
Well, nobody's doing that. Well, I mean, I don't think anybody's doing that. He just does.
Well, it happened to Milo. Like it got reinstated, but it happened, right?
Yeah. Well, it's happened to me. I've had my account suspended. I mean.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It does happen. I mean, for nothing really. I don't even know why it was suspended, but it was.
Well, Twitter used to kind of be like the one place where you could kind of not have to censor your speech, and now it's not so much like that. Now YouTube has become a place that I don't even foresee any sort of viable way for the channels I like to, and myself, to continue to make videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, and I've seen some of the content you make, which is incredible.
I'm just about to upload a brand new one about queers against Islamophobia.
Oh, fuck. That's shit.
Yeah, it's fucking like what a stupid fucking idea is that?
Tears for Palestine is just the dumbest shit I have ever witnessed in my life.
I was trying to think of like good analogies in my video. I was like, it's such an absurd idea. It's like these people want you dead. They want to kill you. They hate you.
It's basically queers for homophobia.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah,
Or like
yeah.
Nazi, or like Jews being against
Jews for
anti-fascists or something. Yeah.
The Jews were like, yeah, let's go National Socialism.
You thought Jews for Jesus was controversial. Jews for Nazis.
They must want to change them in some way. It's like they believe that these ideas and concepts aren't so deeply ingrained into these people and the way that they interact with society, that they believe, because they probably submit to this idea that your consciousness is more a matter of like environment. Everything comes to you. It's all about nurture. They kind of think that. So they believe that they can change these people, that they'll see the light, they'll see that, they're doing wrong, they're hurting another person. But when you really when you examine the societies that are doing this, that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Nope, not at all. Yeah, I tried to make that very clear in the video. It's so stupid. They blamed it on Donald Trump.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
That's the
Of course,
go-to.
it's Donald Trump and hatred, but they don't, talk about where the hatred's actually coming from.
Right.
And, yeah, guns, right? Those are the issues.
Oh, it's all guns. I don't even want a gun. I don't even want a gun in my house, probably in my entire life. But to think that I can tell someone whether they should have a gun is the most arrogant position I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying like having a gun is wrong, but like the concept that you should have the right to demand that someone give up their gun.
Well, especially when it's written into,
Yeah, the Constitution.
Yeah, exactly. It's different in Canada, but
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah. In an ideal world, I'd prefer no guns, but that's not.
Yeah, absolutely,
not
right.
an ideal world.
Best situation, but you have to defend yourself at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
You should have that right to be.
Can I say, if anybody's never seen feminist fiction, like on camera, right?
Oh, she's so hot.
Yeah. I'm just saying for the outside viewers, right? What's that porn star called that does all the talk stuff? What's she called?
Mercedes Carrera?
Yeah. So she's like a younger version of that.
No.
Hotter.
Well,
Way better.
Oh yeah.
No.
That's just
I love
that.
Mercedes Carrera.
That's just to put like an image in your head, basically.
Yeah.
I would tell them to go to my Twitter, but it's too not safe for work. Devin's been bugging me to. He's like, I want you to send me some videos of what you do. So
Oh, Jesus.
I put it off for like a few months because I was like, I really don't want to send him this. And then finally, I sent him a video yesterday, and he's like, I think he was pretty shocked. He said, I didn't realize guys did that kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, they definitely do.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Nick just listening. Nick just sucking it up.
What's up with Grant? Grant's
Nick.
quiet.
No, just
Right.
Nick's not saying a word. Being a fucking cop. Sat in the background.
Talking
Gathering evidence.
Yeah, he's waiting to indict us all.
Motherfucker.
Well, Grant, what's up? Not a whole lot.
Oh shit, Grant's in here. What's up?
Jesus, Grant's in here? Fuck, I'm
Grant's
not
been
authorized
here
to be in the
as
same
soon
house.
as you came in here. As soon as you came in, he was in here.
Yeah, Grant's just been a silent ghost.
Shit.
Yeah. I should really stop talking when I come in hangouts.
Why?
Yeah,
Nobody
why?
shuts up. I don't know.
We
We
love
love
your
it when you
talking.
See?
Anthony's going emo. Anthony's going emo.
Oh,
I should stop talking.
Yeah, I'm
Anthony,
going to go emo. I'm going to go emo because of how England performed in the Euros.
oh shit. Iceland won. Did I not call that game or did I call that game?
Oh,
Oh my god.
Did you see me
By
try to
one
live
point.
tweet? Yeah, did you see my live
Yeah.
tweet? Peeing out. Just peeing out. I was like, oh,
Yeah. Well, that was a fun game. I couldn't see a whole lot because I don't have any way to watch it, but I just followed the sports tracker.
Somebody asked me at work, he says, okay, so who do you want to win the Euros? I was like, Iceland, I guess. Because they beat us. I mean, let's cheer them on. No chance. It's going to be Germany all the way.
Yeah, Germany will win.
Yeah, which is kind of predictable and boring. But that's
Yeah.
what will happen.
That's why I root for the underdog, man, because I want something out of the ordinary.
Oh yeah, man. But we weren't the underdog in Iceland. Did you hear the fans, dude? They were like
Was
Zulus.
England really the underdog?
Like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Like all coordinated and stuff, clapping and shit. It was like really intimidating, and I was watching it on TV. That's when I tweeted out the Iceland fans are way more scarier than the England fans.
Yeah.
That's what I was meaning by that. It was like, fuck me, man. It's like, whoa. They definitely have a 12th
Warriors.
man. Yeah, they have a 12th man. That's what it's all about.
Jeez.
For sure.
I hope.
So,
Anthony,
who's hanging out with this? Billy. Hello, Billy.
Do you know what you said about Chris, by the way?
That was so fucking funny.
What's about Chris?
You said it's not like you'll be driving in traffic and
Stuck in a traffic jam, and then you listen to Chris Evans talk shit for 3 hours. It's like,
you're not gonna do that. You go.
Savage.
I fucking died. I was like, I time stamped it. Like, Chris, did you hear this? It's so fucking funny.
That was so hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing for like the longest time.
It's brutal, but it's true, right? But that's what I think about myself. You see, that's the thing.
Oh yeah, I just watched it.
Fuck wants to listen to me.
But what's
Unless,
funny is
like, unless I'm on form, right? Unless I'm like, just like clicking it on form. Who wants to listen to me? Who wants to do that? Nobody wants to do that.
3,000
I don't have to pay my wife to do it. I mean, she just. My kids probably enjoy it, I guess. Occasionally.
What's funny about it was that like 2 or 3 days before, Devin did a hangout, and I wrote something about Chris, and he read it, and he's like, Chris who? It's like just whoop,
Right over the head. I was devastated. I turned off the hangout and crawled in bed.
I caught it, and Chris wasn't in the chat, and then like 2 hours later in a DM, Chris is like, oh, did anyone hear that? And I was like, oh man.
I was just so embarrassed for myself.
But it hurts though, right, man?
A little bit.
Yeah, it did. Don't lie, it did.
I'm not gonna lie. I was a little too right, honestly.
No, you know what I mean though? It's like, Jesus, I need some validation.
Yeah. Somebody notice me, please. Fuck.
Yeah. That's what Devin was talking about the other day, though.
Right.
So
At least I know I'm doing it, right?
But this is the thing, right? And this is, I don't know, is this why we all do it?
Right.
You end up talking to a larger audience, like Devin was saying, I could do this and just, have a conversation with somebody over the phone or on Skype or whatever, or I could do it to 300 people.
I could just make a video and leave it on my computer.
Right?
Like, I don't have to put it out.
Yeah, I was talking to Rebecca tonight on the phone. I was like, I could vent sometimes to a microphone, and it would come across really well. I might have to just edit a little bit here and there, but if I was in the right mood and I could talk about certain things and just flow and not have to worry about it, then yeah, I could record things to camera, to the microphone and upload them with some kind of imagery. But I don't think I'd want to record my face there and do it, because that's another spectrum altogether.
Yeah. Fuck that noise.
Unless you're really good looking, right?
Right.
Like I'm arranging this weekend's Monkey podcast thing, and I've got this Andy Worski guy, right? Who I like. He's like an anti-feminist type guy. I don't think
What's his name? Anders?
Andy Worski.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty
There we
funny.
go. The cop says he's all right. So,
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's good enough for me.
that means he's got a clean criminal record.
Yeah, we know he doesn't have AIDS.
He checks out. He's yeah, he's not a paedophile or anything like that. So yeah, we've got him on. But I want to get Nick Nungi on from the Young Atheist Peoples. The
Young
midget
Atheist
people. Nick, do you
Who
know
is
the
it?
all-knowing atheists?
Oh yeah, cool.
Oh, wow.
That Nick guy.
Nice.
But then I want to get but I want to get Joe on. I want to get David on. I want to get
Fucking name dropping worse than Joe.
Yeah,
I want to get you
Jesus,
on. I
man.
want to get you on. Like you
Hey,
just
I
as
was
a
on
guest,
for about
but
10
that means you'll
minutes.
have to say something. Yeah, dude. But you already you have like a Joker card to get in. Because you can get in at any time. Because we had those technical difficulties. I ain't forgot about you.
Holy
dude.
shit.
I asked
Oh,
you-
that was
I asked you last
Josh.
time, you cunt. Nick, I asked you last time. I asked you last time, Nick. I said,
I
are you
know.
free on Sunday? And
I'm
you
just
didn't
giving you
really-
shit. I'm giving you shit because sometimes
well.
you invite and don't send the invite.
Young
I'm
fella.
fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
Dude, all you've got to do is fucking
Hey,
DM me. Go,
I'm fearing for my life. I'm fearing for my life right now.
I don't even own a gun, twat.
Nick feels unsafe.
That's why we have drop.
Coming right for me.
Don't even own a gun. Nothing.
I'm just
to
eating
That's what we-
Skittles, man.
I have a white skinhead living in Texas. What the hell is
See-
the thing?
See, what you do is you keep a gun on you under your shirt, and let's say you shoot somebody and they didn't have a gun, you pull the gun out, wipe the fingerprints off, and drop it on them. They had a
Boom.
gun.
You see,
Nick
I
knows how
don't
to
live
do
in
that.
circles like you. I don't live in circles like you, Nick, where I have to fear for my life. every day. I don't have interior doors looking like that.
It's a white oppressive door, as Wendell would say.
You don't need to say oppressive. It's just white. It's already implied.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, my interior doors look better than that. Unless I'm living in the pantry. Maybe that's where he is.
Maybe so.
A pantry?
looking at-
Yeah, isn't a pantry like where you keep your food?
You keep your canned food.
Yeah.
So right now, Nick is looking at a can of beans. Right?
I am.
Just above camera line, there's a can of beans. Right?
Nope.
He's in the bedroom now,
Yeah.
on the floor.
I'm sitting on the floor. I got my setup is a little weird. I got an iPad and this weird little. Yeah.
People don't understand that. I
Oh, fuck.
Hello, everyone.
God, eject. Everybody eject.
Oh my
Gotta go.
fucking Christ.
I'll talk to you later.
How you doing, big boys?
I was just telling Nick how racist he was as a cop.
Yeah.
I was getting around to it. And it needs
It
new
happens.
interior doors. But that's just a
It
separate
happens.
side issue. And we also we have a woman in the chat, a very erotic female.
Yes.
Who's typing? It sounds
That's
like an old,
It sounds like someone like
It's Wendell's shit posting on Chris's
really
fucking
an old fucking
TV.
typewriter. I expect a ding in a minute.
No,
Sounds like a
oh.
squeaky bed to me.
Here, Wendell and Chris.
Yeah, we're playing a video game online together right now.
Fuck
Oh,
me, what, on
sure.
a keyboard? Like you, is it like one of those like track and field ones?
So you're a keyboard turner, huh?
No, that's not the keyboard. That's Wendell doing shit in the game on purpose. So it's
Yeah, Wendell's like running over to me and
Nice.
building stuff like doors, and
Are
then
you
he
guys
just keeps
playing
opening them.
Minecraft?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
mine.
geez. You guys should move on to better games.
There's women there with
That's
breasts.
what everybody says, but it's
vaginas.
fun. Yeah, right. That's
Fucking crap.
that's obviously already a fail, Anthony. That's
You
why
need
we're
to
playing.
build some blocks on the computer and.
No, don't get me wrong, I love video games. I
Yeah, I do.
play
I
video
have a
games
point
like
though.
hours and hours and hours every day. But
Yeah.
come on, Minecraft?
It's all about the shit post.
Unless you're like 12, you know.
Ouch.
Yeah, my 5-year-old
Ooh.
nephew plays Minecraft. Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm
think
not
it's
gonna
all
make
about
any.
that.
They're
The
building
shit
giant
posted within the
swastika
video.
buildings.
Yeah,
If
we're
anyone
making.
wants
they
to
do.
play, you guys should play like Rust or something. It's like far better if you like building.
Rust.
Yeah, Rust.
Can you build swastikas in Rust? Because that's what they do.
Yes,
That is how
you
they
can.
spend
You
their
can do-
time.
You can do custom signs, and you can put anything on the sign you want, including swastikas.
Oh, look
Well,
out.
that's good because I just made Wendell and I just made a sign that says Heil and then it says Nazi sign. It has a Nazi sign.
He's dropping doors.
Dude, he is. I can't run away from it fast enough, man.
Oh man. That's great.
Who's shagging him?
What's that?
Who's shagging him?
Who's shagging
Shag?
who?
Huh?
Who's shagging who?
Someone's shagging someone?
I don't know. Somebody's shagging somebody.
I was unaware of shagging.
Wendell's shagging everyone. Right? Someone's camera just came on.
Oh, crotch shot.
Crotch.
Oh
Whoa.
God! Look at that, right up the
Whoa.
pan.
Jesus.
Oh, I
Big
saw
guy.
testes.
Oh,
What's up with that?
yeah.
He's
That
jumping.
was some serious inner thigh, man.
Yeah, Joe perked up on that one.
Why is
Yeah.
your camera down there? I just.
Dude, it's set there for when he's on the other chat rooms later at night.
Chatterbait.
Chatterbait is gonna say
Hey, Grant, what was that? What'd you say?
I said you perked up at that site.
Well, you should know because I teabagged you at the Reason Rally.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Oh, more.
This
That's why
guy
it was such a
started
delayed
with
response,
something.
right?
Damn. Why so quiet? Keep going.
Usually everybody's talking at once.
Yeah.
Because that was a
No,
mic
yeah.
drop.
I've got a question.
No, Joe has to lay down. You know, everybody gets that way when they tell a joke for the first time.
Anthony did a Dick Doc's boot.
Dick Doc's boot.
You boot yourself after Dick Doc's.
What do you guys think Sam Harris's obsession with like the idea of like spirit is?
What'd you say?
Is he?
Yeah, like Sam Harris, like he wrote a book on like spirituality without religion. Like he's
I don't know if that means he's obsessing about it.
He writes his
Years
verses.
ago.
Because
LSD, man.
so the language may not be like. What would you describe like his interest in like spirituality? Like, is that like something like naturally that people have, or is that
He was
something-
raised in a Buddhist
Yeah,
family. I bet
yeah.
you that was a part of it.
no. Here's what it is.
That's how his
You know,
career
people
got started,
have
wasn't it?
people have religious experience, whether it's influenced by religion,
Well, I mean,
anything
everybody has
supernatural.
an experience that they can claim, like, that they relate to being religious. Like, it's an experience that you can make happen with, electrodes on your brain. I mean,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I wouldn't call that spiritual. I mean, we think of spirituality and you think spirit, so you think of something, non-physical, not in the body. It just, to me, it just doesn't click.
Well,
for
it
me.
doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't have to be like you can have a spiritual experience without it being religious necessarily, right?
And that's
I
what
think
that's what he
he's-
explores in the book.
Yeah, that's
Right.
what
That's
he's
what he
talking
talks
about in the book.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
I've read it. It just seems like it's so closely connected to all those kind of woo-woo-y things. I just don't see why we bother with it, honestly.
I feel kind of the same way. I as an actor as well, like part of like our
Name dropper.
Yeah.
like
Only I can do that.
I'm just amateur and
Oh shit.
Right.
don't need to be in but like as an actor, like what you do is you like study consciousness and you study kind of the soul of a particular piece and you try to evoke that. Like, can that be defined as like a spiritual experience for some? Like to have that kind of experience?
Right.
I don't think so. I think it's more like a methodological, like there's a method to the madness kind of approach. Like it's not. It's simply an order of operations that exists rather than like this emotional like urge and something that is, I guess, would be a spiritual experience. I just have never had that, I guess.
Do some DMT.
Yeah, I mean, I've had those experiences. I just don't like to associate them with, a spirit.
He's just
Yeah.
like, I put some drug in my fucking body and it fucked up
Well,
my
no,
brain.
it's not
But
just
it's
any,
biologically
not just
similar.
any drug necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want
I'm
to do
specifically only talking about DMT. I wouldn't.
Hallucinogens in general. I know that Sam Harris likes MDMA, ecstasy,
I've heard.
and it's like he's comparing the religious experience and having like a discussion about the fact that we can replicate that with drugs or without.
I've never
Whether
gotten
it's-
the feeling that I gotten from drugs that when I got, like, a religious feeling has never felt like drugs.
But people do. You see people in these goofy religious kind of.
buy it. I think they fucking.
Well, honestly, I've done DMT quite a few times, and I was in a place for many months where we were forced to meditate every morning. And I totally was against doing it for a month. But then I was like, well, since I'm here and I have to sit here for 20 minutes every morning, I might as well just like humor myself and try it. And after about a month and a half of doing it, I did have, it wasn't as intense as doing DMT, but it was a very, very visually sort of psychedelic, intense experience. It's possible, but
Yeah, I mean, I think what
it's a bunch
Sam
of
was.
chemicals, right, in your brain and
Yeah.
neuro.
I think what Sam basically was trying to get across was that, I mean, people do have like these experiences, whether it's with drugs or because of religion or whatever. And I think he was just trying to help put some kind of, notch on that feeling without, relating it to religion. But I don't know. I've had those feelings. Like, I've done acid and I've had some pretty amazing experiences just, with understanding your own mind. I mean, that can be kind of a soaring, personal experience. But for some reason, I just can't get behind the whole spiritual thing. I don't know. To me, maybe it's just a poison word for me.
Yeah, maybe it's it
Comment
might just
for
be the
me.
choice of words. Because even things that I would describe them as a spiritual experience, but it's probably not the best way to describe it. It's more of like a intensely human,
Yeah.
like deeply. I don't know.
It has a lot to do, I think, with
Primal.
your consciousness and how the states of your consciousness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
I've been reading books this summer on consciousness because it's kind of important to my work as an academic, and what I've been reading and what I've kind of discovered about consciousness is the best modern way to describe consciousness is not state but activity that's based on experience that is either internal, so like biological experience, instinct, and that of which is through environment, so nurture. It's all
Right.
activity. It's not like a happiness. I don't know if it's a state, more as you're happy doing something because of something. Like are you happy? Are you just ever happy not doing anything, or are you happy doing something? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of how it exists for like all emotion and feeling and consciousness. Consciousness wouldn't exist without activity.
Right.
Plants, can we say a plant is conscious, right? It's animate, but it's not conscious. Like, it's not aware. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I've had experiences where I'm extremely, complacent and even happy doing absolutely nothing. I mean, I don't see why you need a stimulus to have any kind of good experience. I mean, I've had, maybe it's because there's always, information going into your brain, so you could always say that's an activity. But I just feel like, you don't need like a something to do to make you happy necessarily.
I have a question on
We're
that.
just going so deep right now. This hangout just went.
This is
full
getting
Nietzsche.
woo. This is getting woo.
It's not getting woo. It's just philosophy. No, it's not real science. Sorry, Anxious.
No, it's all backed up. No, this guy, I'm reading.
Says the guy that believes in Skynet.
Oh shit. Oh man, I just got steamrolled.
This is the work that I'm reading. RX is from psychologists and economists, basically. So it's the study. They've determined this kind of what I'm talking about is they've determined it through experiment. So they've actually done experiments, and you can go about and reproduce these experiments, and they're pretty certain you're going to get net the same result. And if you do that enough, you can make conclusions about what the consciousness does. For example, like consciousness doesn't have a check for illusion. So I can put an object in 3 different spots and then have lines appearing as though those objects are in a strange set of frame, like it's an illusion that one is bigger than the other. They're all exactly the same size. So we can detect things like that in how you think, right? So this is a part of System 1 thinking in psychology. And you can do little tests like that. They're all through Kahneman's book. It's not really a woo. It's that there's actually this is a science.
Yeah, not a fully developed science.
Absolutely not. It's going to be about 200 years before we can be much more certain about consciousness than anything we're doing right now.
Anxious, were you in Devin's hangout for a little while the other day?
Oh yeah.
Did you ask him about EVP? Are you that same guy?
That was you? No way.
No.
Okay.
Wait, I know that's total bullshit. What, are you kidding me?
You
Okay,
would have got Doc's boot right now. Oh.
I was just getting a woo-woo vibe.
No, I'm much smarter than that. I used to be very religious, and well,
Were you a Christian or?
no, well, actually, I was raised pretty much secular. My parents were Roman Catholic. My father was Roman Catholic, and my mother was Protestant Lutheran. And they put me in church for maybe like a year, but everything else, I kind of looked towards. It was like an agnostic view of God, right? So it was it was bullshit. It's all bullshit. That
Yeah, but it isn't like okay. I was raised Roman Catholic too, but I was raised by my grandmother was very religious, but everyone else was very lax. But there's still like it's not agnostic when it comes to like death and afterlife and shit like that. They're pretty gnostic about that shit.
No, I agree. I'm saying I was raised secular. My father was raised Roman Catholic and my mother Lutheran Protestant. I have no real affiliation with religion other than to say I'm Christian insofar as I was baptized. That's it.
Ugh, that's gross.
I'm all
That's gross.
yeah, it's a weird practice. I don't really understand it.
Our consciousness is a reflection of the progressive expansion of brightness. Wisdom of children.
Oh shit, that's funny.
For that, I would ask, what is brightness? What is brightness?
It's everything.
Right.
Brightness is what happens to my day when Billy drops a Chopra quote. That's what brightness is.
Oh, I love that fucking Twitter. I follow that shit's great.
Dude, that's awesome.
You just throw a good one out there one day, just retweet it. And then tag Blake.
Dude, he gets so furious that I like block him and unblock him and then block him and unblock him. He just can't take it.
You're more aggressive because you're less moral.
Right.
I don't get where he's coming at with that shit, bro. Like
Dude, I don't think he
morality
understands. I don't think he understands where he's coming from with any of that.
Ross has a fucking ball just keeping it going. I can't even bother. Ross will keep that shit going every fucking day. He'll tweet him.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Where is Ross?
Oh,
I think he's tied up and moving. I think he's been kind of fairly quiet.
Yeah. But what is Anthony doing? What's with his computer? See it? It just shows his fucking computer going.
Oh, is he playing video games?
Yeah, he's playing Geometry Wars.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
Dude gets on the Hangout and plays games.
Playing Geometry Wars.
Listening.
Well, I guess
Not
I'm
even
playing
listening.
games, so.
At least
No,
you're
he's still fucking
listening
muted.
and
Yeah,
talking.
I wish
Wow.
he could score, at least to know how he was doing.
I don't know what's going on.
No, but what the fuck was I gonna? I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh well.
Hey,
Yeah.
like, do you read anything, or like, what do you do to like take in culture?
To do what?
Like taking culture.
I don't give
Visit
a fuck.
foreign
I just
lands
live.
and
Like I'm not this type of person that I gotta embrace culture. No, I don't give a fuck. I was born in Brooklyn and I fucking was raised here and I don't know. I don't like that's the thing. I think that's why everyone is obsessed with fucking race and shit because all they care about is their fucking own cultures and worrying about culture and shit. Just fucking live.
No, that's a good point, man.
That's how I look at it. I guess. I guess that's how I look at it because I've always hated just like okay, the reason I dislike if someone comes here and doesn't learn the language, it's not because I'm a fucking racist. It's because if I go to your place, I have to learn your language, and that makes sense. Like, it makes sense. I'm one person. I'm not changing it for 30 million people. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
But
unless you move to their country.
You know, I used to believe, like, I was with you, Billy, like, where I thought having to actually learn about all this culture stuff was like total bullshit, and it was. And then I realized, you know, looking at philosophy, that when we look at culture, we're not like looking to celebrate every fucking aspect of culture.
Oh, no way, no. Yeah,
that's utterly ridiculous. It's like finding the best way to live, you know, within a given society. I don't know.
It's weird though because we have shit thrown into like wrenches into that, like fucking we have to work and shit.
Yeah, no,
so
absolutely right.
And money and stuff like that, so it's not easy to fucking do that.
No, it's not. You're absolutely right. It takes a lot of sacrifice to like to try to live the best life possible. You know, like that takes a lot of sacrifice.
Like the best life obviously would be, able to access food for the whole time you're alive, and shelter, and
Yeah. In my
relax.
when I thought about it, I'm like, what do I need? So like for me, I want to go to my grad school like at NYU, right, or somewhere in New York, and I was like, what do I need to live? Well, I need a shit studio apartment, and I reasoned that I can live off some of the most basic shit you can find in the store for like literally about $30 to $40 a week, and it's hard to explain. It's about the sacrifices, right? Like I could want to eat huge, fantastic, delicious meals all day, but that's not gonna give me the pleasure that just nutrient, like a little bit of nutrient would.
Who knew this
No,
game
that would
was
give me total pleasure if I ate well every day. Like, I would be totally fucking happy.
Who knew this game was? I want to know who knew that this game was Geometry Wars.
I did.
Oh yeah, how so?
Super Spectre was like, really? Do you?
Yeah. Well, I'm in the top 100 players in the world.
Oh
on
shit!
this game.
Congrats.
Name dropper.
Are you Tom Geveting right now?
Yes.
Not really. It's like my most lame achievement ever. But it always interests me to know if people actually, or if anybody I ever meet are any good at this game.
Well,
It always interests me.
I just like to mess around sometimes and really stuff.
Yeah, I like these old school games, dude.
Yeah.
I love the old school stuff.
Are you into like the big they're really difficult, but they're like 64-bit kind of games?
Oh, you mean like the platformers and stuff like that?
Yeah, are you into that?
No, man, I don't have the time to engage. Like, fuck, no way. No,
That's too much. That's too much for me, man. For me, when I growing up, like my biggest games. You ever play Total War?
No.
That was always my shit. Total War was always my shit.
You see, I'm from the age where it was all just about high scores. That was it.
Yeah.
All about a high score. That was it.
Ooh,
Not about like shooting people and stuff, because you couldn't do
it was
that.
all about, for me, it was all about the strategy. It was all about how to take on the next army the best way possible.
No, it's just a high score, dude. That's all it's all about. But basically, that's what any game's all about. Who can score the most? Get kills or whatever,
Pac-Man is cool. I like that.
Yeah, exactly. Score, right?
I just want to score the most.
Right.
Guys, I'm out of here.
All right, Nick.
I'm gonna go try to score the most.
Hey yo.
They'll kill
guys.
some people, but not always.
No,
black people.
not work.
Okay.
Not that kind of score. A good guy.
Oh, no, good life.
And not geometry wars.
That's my boy.
They might be making some geometric shapes, but we'll see.
Or biology.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like a Y shape.
Yeah.
Go
My
for it.
philosophy, biology.
Dirty fuck. Yeah. Dirty Nick leaves the score. Yeah, I'm going to get out of it too, man. I have work in the morning, so I'm going to bunk out, Billy boy. I'll leave Joe to do
Don't
it.
do any
Joe can-
bong loads.
Don't rip me.
Yeah, bong loads. What's a bong load?
I don't know.
I have no idea, but it's awesome.
Yeah, it's like a new like universal weight measurement. A bong load.
Yeah, the bong load. Give me precisely
How
one
much-
bong load.
Yeah,
that's
that's how much weed Billy smokes in an hour.
The weight of the
That's
smoke
the universal
in
metric.
each bong hit.
Like,
A
oh
bong
yeah, you
load.
smoke weed, yeah? How many bong loads you smoke? Wow,
I
7.
heard you say you take bong loads. Well, maybe not bong loads, but
Some kind of
You
load.
rip bong loads.
I think that's a movie reference. Bong
Yeah,
loads.
it just I
never
just
heard
the fact
it in
that
my
gets it
life.
all wrong.
It's so funny.
That's the funniest thing. He just gets it all wrong. He ain't got a fucking clue what he's talking about. He rip bong loads of what was it? Crack.
Something like that.
Bong
It's
loads
not,
of
man, it's
crack.
not. No, you need like a spoon or something for that.
No, crack.
I don't know, it's the
pipe.
heroin.
Yeah, that's the heroin.
Yeah, I know. That's the heroin, yeah. I'd like 2 heroin, please.
Give me 2 heroines.
I'd like 2.
Can I get 2 heroines?
Yeah, I've heard it's a bit Moorish.
2 heroin loads.
Yeah. All right, well, you boys enjoy.
All right,
I'm not
See you,
worried.
Anthony. Take care, bud.
Good night, Joe.
Good night.
Aww.
Joe, you
Good
having
night.
anyone on tomorrow night, or?
Good night, my feminism, little pussycat.
Meow. Good night.
Exactly. Good night, Ellen. Bye.
What'd you say, Billy?
Is it just the boys tomorrow night, or you got someone on?
Saturday night. Tomorrow I might do a
Saturday.
live show.
Tomorrow's Friday. That's right.
Yeah, I might do a
meant
live show on my
Saturday.
personal channel tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah. So
Depends
you
if I
by
get on.
yourself on Saturday. No guest.
No guests, but yeah, next show we have somebody.
Cool. Cool.
Where are you
I'm not
from,
gonna name
Joe?
drop. Me, New Jersey.
Okay. I've been listening to your videos and trying to figure out what your accent is for a while.
Yeah, New Jersey, Philadelphia accent.
Okay.
Zag.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, what's Grant. We had the like fucking 3/4 of your fucking show in here just now.
Yeah, Paul was in the chat earlier.
Oh yeah, I missed.
Oh, was he?
I haven't paid attention much to the chat. Shit.
Oh, Joe, did you ever find the person who recorded the rest of that Steve Shives conversation?
No, I haven't. No, I'm
Oh.
still
That's a
looking.
shame.
Trust me. Yeah, she was
Mm.
right in our face too with the camera, dude. She's like right in my face and his face. I'm like,
Should have been like, give me that card. Here's like 5 of my SD cards.
I would love
know,
to
right?
see that. I would love to see that.
yeah, she got a good amount. She probably recorded at least 15 minutes of it. We probably talked for about 25 minutes. So yeah.
Did you put the word out on Twitter and stuff to try to find this chick?
Nah, I didn't do it on Twitter. I should though.
Yeah.
But you get more people see your shit on YouTube than Twitter. So.
True.
Yeah, but a tweet is easy
Yeah.
to like retweet and then to get around, right?
Yeah, I gotta search for it again. I tried to search for it like on YouTube, like Steve Shives, Reason Rally, and see if anybody posted anything like in the last 24 hours or last week. But I haven't found it yet, so I don't know.
I've noticed, the Steve Shive hate videos are more and more abundant, it seems, every single day.
I was just telling
Just
these
like
guys
non-stop, yeah.
I was just telling these guys tonight in the production meeting that we had. I'm just like, my Steve Shives videos. Out of all my videos, I'm like it averages like the most friggin' views and the most likes, like out of like most of my videos in the last 6 months. It's like weird. It's amazing how many.
He's a popular guy to hate.
Yeah, it's so weird, man. It's just like amazing.
What's that?
So, yeah, it's like you spend so much time on statistics and stats and coming up with data, and like it does less than a Steve Shives video. It's weird. I'm like, this guy is so hated. It's amazing.
Not the 2 most,
rightfully
but
so.
2 of the more viewed videos online were fucking Young Turks ones.
Young Turks always do good on views. They always do.
I can't do many of those, man. I really can't.
Yeah, you do get yeah. It does get to you.
And I don't know.
Do you see the one with Anna? I think it was today, where she was like yelling about white people and shit. Dude.
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did. I did see that one. That was the one about the tweet, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
That blonde chick. Yeah.
I hope one of my tweets get on there.
That chick from the Blaze.
Yeah, the chick from the Blaze. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's so funny.
Yeah, that chick. That's what it was. Yeah, the Blaze chick.
Right.
What was the tweet?
Anna was like, I want to be this confrontational to your face.
Yeah, she's like, she's just posturing to get on Fox News.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh my God. That was so funny.
Jealousy.
What was the tweet?
Oh, it was it was that what's his name? Something Williams, some like a mulatto
Jesse
actor
Williams,
guy at the at the BET Awards.
Oh, the idiot who gave the speech.
Yeah. During it was his speech, and then it was this blonde chick from whatever that pseudo news station is. Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny, man. She was right too, man. She was.
Her commentary was pretty on point.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe, I would have thought the Young Turks video would have got a lot more thumbs down, but I was quite surprised at the amount of thumbs up that video got. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I said earlier, it's weird how the Republicans on some social issues, they're like spot on, and I consider myself a liberal, and just the liberals get it so wrong. And it's just like, holy fuck, man.
Yeah, I considered myself more of a liberal until like recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
here.
I just don't want to be
It's weird.
associated with. Yeah, I agree more with people on the right these days. It seems.
Oh yeah,
Neocon,
definitely.
neocon for life.
Neocon for
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, that's what I'm all about, man. I'm all
Me
about
and Chris will just tweet that out to fucking piss people off.
Hey, guess what, asshole? I love being a neocon. They're just like, "Oh, you're racist."
You just see followers drop and laugh.
Yeah, they do too. Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck. Neocon for life.
It's funny.
Because that's fucking what's his face. Because we did that because of
Robbie
Robbie Martin.
Yeah.
That fucking little bitch.
Yeah.
Because he'd just be like, he'd retweet me or Chris and be like, oh, neocons or new atheists or neocons and whatever. And I was like, ooh, we're neocons. Chris is like, I fucking love neocons.
He blocked me right after that too. He did. That was when he blocked me.
He has not blocked me yet, but I haven't heard from him for like a month. I wonder why.
He's too busy doing his what do you call that? Music.
His pants
Fucking his
dropped.
sister.
Yeah. He's too busy jacking off to his sister naked.
Wait, did Grant just say something?
Was that Grant? Oh my gosh! I thought
Oh,
it was
shit.
a disembodied voice.
Did anybody record it?
It was an
Time
EVP. It's a goddamn EVP. Yeah, Grant talks too much on his hangout, so he's like just chilling here.
I was earlier. I was just listening to you guys.
Grant
We
does
were
his
some shit.
dolo hangouts and shit.
Do you guys really think I'm the woo guy?
What? What? Why did you say that? Guilty conscience? What the fuck? I didn't mean it towards you. I just said it because it's funny.
He's been stewing over it for like the last 10 minutes.
Really.
Who I am, I don't know. I can't explain it. I stew. You know, like a good pot roast.
You've been marinating in that for a while now.
You know, it's a nice, reduction. It's nice, but it's not. I don't know. Am I a woo kind of guy?
Okay, maybe you're not a woo-woo kind of guy, but you're, from what I have heard, you're a woo kind of guy, but maybe not a woo-woo.
It's like borderline.
Yeah.
You're not into EVP, so.
Fuck no! Are you kidding me? I'm not stupid, right? Like.
Oh my god.
I like how you have to keep telling everybody that.
Yeah, you have to keep telling us.
It's basically more for myself, really. You know?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, never mind. I'm a dick.
Oh, shit.
I'm fighting the urge to just lay into you right now.
Lay
into
Tear
the
you to
shitpost
shreds.
thing.
But I won't. I'll be nice.
Why? Why are you being nice to me? What have I shown you to be nice? Why would you be nice?
Nothing. Just take it as a good thing and just move on.
Whatever you say.
Yeah.
Did you see Skepo versus Esau?
No, I didn't.
Not you.
No. Well, come on. Who are you talking
Geez,
to?
you.
Specify.
What's your name again, Steven? What'd you say your name was again?
Me?
Anxious, yeah.
Yeah, Matthew.
Matthew, okay, yeah.
You
Yeah,
thinking
that's
of
close.
Steven Falco?
I just pulled the fuck. Who's Steven? Who's Matthew? Nah, what the fuck did I just ask you? God damn it.
Oh, sorry. I totally made you lose your train of thought, didn't I?
You asked about the Skepo, whatever.
Yes, did you see Skepo versus Esau?
Depo over a seesaw?
Oh god. Forget about it, dude. No.
That's what Taz wants to do.
Holy shit.
You would have been better off asking me. I'm just saying.
No, because that's what it would have. That's what would. You don't want it to become that. You don't want it to be. You don't want the hangouts in the department.
Shit.
Oh,
Hey, hey guys,
That's why I was asking you.
guys, can I read a little poem for you? So
Okay.
this is what Wendell wrote to me just now.
Oh,
Wait,
So-
was this on Minecraft or?
Yeah, he just put down a sign, and this is what he wrote: "Grass is green, weed is greener. I think about Chris when I touch my wiener."
Nice.
I just had
We
to.
all know what that raccoon dick looks like now. We've all
like
seen
long
the
and
dick.
spindly.
It's almost S shaped. Yeah, you woo? I don't know.
Woo?
She's just gonna come
Question mark?
back going. It's just gonna keep going back to this guy. I know how these things go. It's midnight almost. It's fucking.
Do you even woo?
You.
Do you woo, bro?
Is it really almost midnight? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I gotta get to bed, man. I gotta get up early.
Working.
Whack. That's whack, Joe.
Yeah, I know. I might do a hangout tomorrow. Who knows?
Tomorrow's what? The first?
Tomorrow is, yeah.
Oh fuck.
Well, yeah, it's end of the month for me today, and then beginning of the month, two of my worst days at work. So I'm gonna need to drink heavily tomorrow night. So
Nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be off for 2 weeks. So that's all right.
nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 3 days off. I got the 4th of July off, so it's cool.
Oh, solid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fuck it. Have fun, Joe.
Yeah. Well, gotta work on my car, get that ready. I got a show in 2 weeks. Gotta get that done.
You go to
And then the
bring your
show
car
on
shows.
Saturday. Yeah, car shows and races and all that shit. Yeah.
Sweet. What the
All
fuck
right.
is Wendell making now?
Yeah, let me get
Oh,
out of
he's
here.
he's playing around.
I'll talk to you guys later, man. Thanks for
All
having
right,
me.
man. Take it easy, Joe.
See you guys. Be good. All right.
Yeah. What's Wendell making?
He's not making anything. I don't know. He's not around.
God, that fucker finally left, man. Jesus Christ.
He's like, he wouldn't shut up. I couldn't talk.
Can't get a word around that fucking rhino horn.
Rhino horn.
Yeah. Oh man. So, I don't know. Should we end this soon, or you guys still got some more in you?
Some more what? Because the answer is yes, varying on the question.
Some more load? Bomb
Get some more
loads?
loads for me. Rip some of them loads on me.
Rip some loads, Chris.
Oh, Jesus.
What time is it? Devin wouldn't be on for like another 3 hours, probably.
Nah,
Like,
normally around like 3.
Yeah, around 3 a.m. he jumps up.
He did that to me
Jumping
last
in.
week and ended up going to like 6 in the morning.
He jumped in
Damn.
right after I jumped out.
Yeah.
Of that one
An
hangout.
asshole.
I think, yeah, it was a. Well, I would have stayed in that hangout if it didn't devolve, because it was going well. And then if it didn't, if it kept going to the point where Devin jumped in and we were still there doing what we were doing with Kyle, that
Yeah.
would have been fucking interesting.
Yeah.
Because then there would have been no, sitting there not asking questions and whatever. There would have been some confrontation, and it would have been good.
I'm actually kind of surprised Devin didn't start any confrontation.
Like, why are you here? Like,
Yeah, I was waiting for that. When he popped in, I was waiting for him.
I'm
Like,
surprised
why
no
is this fucker
one
here?
tried to drag Kyle into the conversation.
I don't know.
I didn't even hear his talk with Anthony. How was it?
It was good. We continued it right fucking after.
Yeah, I know you guys
We
had him on.
dragged
I
him
just
on
didn't know
and
how him and Anthony went.
No, it was good, I thought. It was cool. It was good to
All right.
listen to. Yeah, he was coming around a bit on some shit and that.
He still backpedals when it comes to race stuff.
Yeah, but I'm saying he didn't come off as bad as he's been coming off for a year. Like, because I think he was more worried about just fucking not getting bombarded by us. But I didn't ask him about the flagging Reese. I did want
He
to.
flagged Reese?
Yeah, he flagged Reese but he didn't. It didn't go through because
Why
Reese
the fuck
appealed
did
it, and it didn't. Because he made a video about him, and
Oh, that's right. That's right.
he doxed him. Well, he already had been doxed, but he like redoxed him.
Redox.
Well, Joe made a video thrashing him too.
Yeah. But
The
Reese
that should
went
be a
on
movie,
about
The
fuck
Redox.
you and your name and all this shit, and he went on about why he doesn't care about giving out his name on Twitter or whatever, or YouTube. So that probably pissed him off. I mean, that's probably why he flagged it. But
Yeah.
well, now he can flag it because that's being abusive to
Yeah,
YouTube.
for anything.
Yeah, that's just insane, man. Just like anything that is insulting to anybody, they can just flag you and then you're done.
How far do you think they're actually going to go with that?
Oh, I think they'll go really far. I mean, they're implementing it. You know, I mean, the terms were, I mean, just obviously vague, right? I mean, just so open to interpretation for whoever wanted to use it. You know, so I think they'll enforce it probably to the hardest degree they can.
Well, that's the scariest, like, that's the shittiest thing about it. 'Cause it's like every single one of my videos, every single one of, like, a ton of people's videos are against the terms of service, right? So does that mean, like, I guess we're going to have to find a new platform?
I mean, yeah, but where? Like, where can you go, right?
Well, that's the thing. It's going to have to be started, I guess, by somebody or by a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Good luck, because MySpace like ruled the internet, and then out of nowhere was Facebook. So find whoever that guy is, like, you know.
Well, well, that's the shitty thing, though. But it's like, what are the choices, right? The options are either stick around until enough people get kicked off and get banned from the website, and then the options are to stop making videos for everyone, or I guess find a new platform. And if there's not one available, which there isn't really one that I know of that just promotes, you know, freedom of speech, then it's going to have to be made, right?
I mean, otherwise there's no way to get good information, right? I mean, otherwise, where do you go? You can't go to the mainstream media. You know, a lot of journalism is biased. Like, where do you go to get accurate information if you can't say anything true on any social media platforms?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, fuck. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I wasn't gonna say anything. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I think, I don't know. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, and I don't see them lighting up. I mean, it's like, if any of us, right, found something offensive and we reported it, you know that it wouldn't get reported, right? If it was like Black Lives Matter or something like that, and we were like, that's really offensive to me because, you know, that's totally opposite of what I believe, and then they'd be like, well, you know, don't be hateful.
Yeah, there's a channel called Syrian Fights, and I actually made a video like years ago about them after I got banned from YouTube twice. But yeah, they have some of them upwards of 600,000 views, and it's graphic beheadings, like shit that you'd see on like the YNC or like on YouTube, like graphic as fuck beheadings, like the most graphic thing you could think of. And they have, some of them, almost 500,000 views, and most of them are thumbs down, so you can bet they've been flagged, like, I don't know how many thousands of times, and they're still up. Like, they've been up for years, and, yeah, it's just...
Even when Muslims are beheading people, they're like, seriously, guys, let's not jump to conclusions.
Yeah. Well, that's, like,
can we
so
not judge too quickly?
Against their, like, YouTube's, even prior to this, like, change with their terms of service, it's blatantly against any possible terms of service you could even think of, right? And yet it remains. I don't know. It makes me so mad.
Well, you know, now some of the House of Saud owns Twitter, a lot of Twitter.
I heard, yeah.
I don't know if it was the House of Saud or it was just a Saudi family, but yeah.
Yep.
Well, look, okay, what happened with Facebook? Look what's happening with Facebook now. A lot of people are like not going on Facebook, but they're still on Twitter. But it's going to happen on Twitter soon too. Yeah. So where are they going to go then? And I don't know. Something's like with Facebook. At least there was something else there for people to jump to. Like there's not with Twitter and YouTube.
So I'm saying, if you make a new like social media site or a media sharing site, I mean, most people. Like, most big companies have the internet monopolized, right? So, like, how do you get a website to do that?
Yeah. They just fucking follow it. You do it, but like Gamergate, if you fucking pressure them through their fucking advertisers.
Right.
There's just so many, like, really popular YouTubers who essentially make their living off criticizing people, right? So they're gonna lose people like Leafy is here and like Keemstar and fuck Keemstar, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I mean, you want everybody to be able to have a platform, even if you fucking hate them.
The people that are paying YouTube, the people that are getting YouTube money are not going in.
They're not gonna be touched.
No, they won't be. No way. That's why I really want Grade A Under A to come out as an anti-theist and start doing videos, because there's no way they'll ban him. He's got 3 million subscribers, I think.
I'm pretty sure Grade A Under A, unless he was like trolling, he put out a photo of himself, and I don't know. I got the.
He's a brown dude, right?
Yeah, he's a brown dude. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
so I'm assuming
by that.
he's not an atheist. I don't think.
I don't know. He said he made a video like I don't know, like a week or so ago, and he put up some shit about religion. It was about gay people, and he put up some shit about religion. It was some pretty scathing stuff.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's what made me wonder is because who was talking with me about that? Django. Django was talking about that with me, Billy, and yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, we were watching videos, and yeah, he's been going at it as far as religion.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. I guess I just assumed he was probably.
Well, it's just been that one video. Yeah, I know it's hard to say because most people are religious, but.
Yeah.
Yo, can you guys hold it down for like 5-10 minutes?
Fuck no, Billy. What are we gonna do without you, bro?
I know, man. The threat of this whole thing. Yeah, right.
Shut it down.
No.
Yeah, we're good.
Obviously. Well, Grant can talk some.
No, I'm
Yeah, Grant, you gotta be host now. You are official host.
no, I'm taking
Fuck
off,
it.
man.
It's fucking 27. 26.
I'm not at 27 yet, man.
26.
No, I'm gonna take off, guys.
Okay.
Oh shit! Just like that.
Just like
You
that.
just made it harder.
Yeah. I'll catch you guys later.
Unless
All right.
everyone wants.
You guys can deal with the woo.
Adios.
Oh, woo.
Yeah, there'll be more woo talk now.
Oh yeah.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
No, I mean, yeah, there wasn't really any woo talk. It was just getting very, very, very deep.
Morgan, do you like what's it called?
Do I like what?
Artificial intelligence? Are you into that?
Oh Jesus, you're gonna bring this
Oh.
up.
No, because you can go. You guys can talk about that while I go. And
Oh, okay, right.
that's on the woo.
Do I like artificial
Like,
intelligence?
do you like?
I would
you know,
enjoy
talking
having a
about it
sex
and-
robot. That would be great.
Would you buy a sex robot? Honestly.
I wouldn't. Well, I would make a slave buy it for me.
Okay, yeah.
But
What
yeah,
happens
for
though
sure.
if it became conscious?
Well, that's the thing. That's what I was gonna say. I'm totally into the idea of AI. I thought Ex Machina was a great movie.
Yeah, that was
but
fantastic.
the extent that Sam Harris takes it to, with his like sort of fear about, I don't know. I just think that's a little. It's like it's a good thing to talk about, I guess, but the extent that he talks about it and the importance that he places on it, I think, is a little too much. Sure.
Yeah,
With like the
I mean,
whole artificial intelligence, like
Right.
getting smarter than humans and taking over, and
Yeah. Well, that's
it
what
could happen.
Billy takes your side on that too. I mean, I'm just about done with a book by Nick Bostrom, and it's called Superintelligence. And he has quite the credentials to be able to talk about it. But he has, I think that's a lot of where Sam gets his ideas was actually from the book, because it seems to me Sam just mirrors his ideas. But this guy seems to think it's a serious problem, not anytime obviously in the near future. I mean, we're talking, possibly hundreds of years. But I mean, he seems to think it's a pretty big issue. But people disagree with me all the time on it. So.
I think it raises ethical questions that we should ask ourselves and really try to emotionally ground ourselves in before we get to that point. That's 100 years or 200 years.
I mean, I think probably a more poignant question for the near future is how do we treat robots that may do things that seem human but aren't? I mean, there are going to be weird, like you said, kind of ethical and moral implications of making something that seems human, even if the lights are off and nothing's happening. You could have some really weird stuff happen with if you have say an advanced machine that talks to you on your phone and it seems like it's human, but it's just a computer. That kind of stuff interests me with it.
In all honesty, like if you want to look at it from like a platonic sense, it's almost like opening the doors to the formal world.
Yeah, right.
We're creating and opening a pathway for a consciousness to arise, almost. And
Wait, what?
Okay, so that's very metaphorical, right? That's the problem with Platonic ideology. Essentially, what you're doing is you're creating a system, right? AIs work off of a system, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you develop this system. What essentially you're doing is you're creating a system by which consciousness can arise.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I thought you were saying something else. Yeah.
No, well, it was in the Platonic sense. It's
okay.
You're opening this doorway to where consciousness essentially
Oh, I
rests,
gotcha. Okay.
and it comes into being through
Right.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand that. I mean, but really, I mean, it's going to be so different, though. I mean, we're talking about a computer brain, right? We're talking about something that's a complex system that is non-biological, so it could act and behave and think in ways that we can't even imagine. I mean, computers can work. I mean, I don't know the numbers, but I mean, orders of magnitude more faster than humans can. So I mean, just that alone for any computer. I mean, they've like recently the U.S. Army, I think it was the U.S. Navy or I don't know, Air Force. I mean, came out with an AI that can fly an F-16. I think it's F-16 jet and will beat a human every single time. It'll beat experienced pilots of 30 years, and it'll shoot them down. It knows exactly where they're going, what they're doing. And it just seems to me that prospect is scaring me if you just map it onto something that's so complex. We don't know what's going on inside it.
But as long as there's a bunch of a multi-method sort of like fail-proof like shut-off system, you know what I mean? Like there can always, if you're smart about it, which I assume if you're dealing with creating AI, like artificial intelligence, that you're going to be a pretty intellectual, smart person. So as long as there's like a multi-leveled sort of fail-safe system in case something does happen.
Right. That's kind of actually Nick Bostrom talks about in the book. He talks about if we just take it easy, and we don't go too fast in trying to make the next big super technology that can think really well. I mean. That's what everybody's racing for, right? Everybody in the world who can build a good technology is racing for the ultimate, labor-saving and time-saving technology. And once that's built, I mean, you have control. So everybody's racing to do this. So, you imagine that at least I imagine that it's a pretty, hasty race to get it done. And then, you can make mistakes or just write the wrong algorithm, the first time, and you just try it, and you created, something you can't control. I mean, there's just so many, variables to it, I think.
Yeah. I
mean, I understand any skepticism. I don't think it'd happen anytime soon if it does happen. But.
Of course, it's a possibility, and of course, it's easy to think of 1,000,001 possible negative outcomes, but humans are pretty creative and resourceful when it comes to problem solving, generally speaking.
That's true.
So
I wonder if making restrictions on the AI, I wonder if that may not, in fact, cause the AI to rebel.
Well, it would have to have already reached a point where has intelligence, where it's.
Yeah, but that's the kind of state we're talking about.
Well, then, but it's also,
I mean, I think Morgan was right, though. I mean, there are a million ways you can think of something to go wrong. I mean, you could, but also, I mean, I kind of look at that like, well, that just kind of to me that kind of means there's a million ways it could go wrong, but only a few ways it can go right. I mean, right, if you're gonna take on this endeavor, you're risking doing something wrong. There's a many more ways to do something wrong than there is right. So if you're going to do it, it just seems to me like it's a huge risk.
This might be like a stupid thing to say, but obviously, there'd be it's obviously all like electrical components, right? So if it did reach a point where it was, sentient and thinking on its own, and going against the creators of it, isn't there just a way that they could just use some sort of power shutting off? There's ways that you can disrupt the power, radio or different beams, power, whatever.
Well,
right?
there are ways you can get around it, right? I mean, again, I'm just gonna keep referring to this book because it's the only book I've read on it. But Bostrom says there may be ways that if a computer, say you turn this thing on for the first time, right, and it can think 2 million times faster than you. It immediately knows it's a computer in a box and it needs to get out. Nick hypothesizes that there are ways that the computer could manipulate the electrons in its circuit board so they give off radio waves, so it could connect to the internet via Wi-Fi no matter where it is.
Oh.
I mean, there's just so many possibilities, right? I mean, we're just talking about a computer that is so complex and so fast and can do things so much more meticulous and calculated than we can. I mean, this thing could just, the moment you turn it on, it could just explode, right? Or it could fake being one way. It could fake being not conscious just to get itself out of the box. There's just so many possibilities.
Like,
but I think we are going to make it. I think that's just an inevitability.
Do people think the same things, though, about, like, personal computers, though?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, yeah.
Right? I'm sure there's probably a similar fear when,
about,
you know.
Y2K.
Well, yeah, there's that, too. But, I'm sure just almost along the
saying
same
there's
lines,
that.
right? Having this thing that can store more memory than your brain can hold, and, like, that can do all these, super fast calculations and, what if it develops a mind of its own, So I don't know. I kind of feel it's like a
What
little
if it
bit.
grows legs?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the last thing
What
I
if
would say
it
is
constructs legs for itself with a 3D printer?
Well, I mean, but that's possible though. I mean, if this thing connects to the internet, right, it has access to every single machine on the planet. It can hack anything it wants. It can get into any database it wants, any company, and control any machines it wants. I mean, it is a possibility. I mean, once this thing is made, if we're talking 1,000 years from now and it's made, it could just wipe out everything in a day if it wants to.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way to stop this. I mean, we're talking about something that's going to be thinking ahead of us. We trying to solve how to stop this, it's already done. Like, it's
once you've made it, you're already a million steps behind.
Yeah. I mean, that's why when I said, there should be no.
But does it know all of our tricks?
Yeah.
Say what?
Does it know all of our tricks?
Well, we can't know, but we would assume it would know
we can
enough.
get dirty, We could get pretty damn dirty.
We can get dirty, but dude, I mean, we're like, again, this thing will be able to know things you can't even fathom.
Yeah, but wouldn't that obviously it would take time. It would need, So, while learning these things, though, the people who have developed it would be able to monitor and see what it's actually doing. Therefore, they could stop it before it does something crazy, right?
Right. I mean, hypothetically, yeah. I mean, as long as this thing can't build copies for itself, there's really no big issue, right? I mean, I would think that the control problem would be easy as long as you get away, to avoid it from connecting to the internet, and you just keep this thing in a locked box and you ask it to solve things, right? But there's no way to really say. It's such a far-fetched thing, It's so weird talking about it because there's no way we'll ever see anything like it.
Well, like, I don't think we'll have to wait 1,000 years though for it.
No, I mean, I'm thinking hundreds of years, but I'm just saying, like, at most, right? If you take a long time to do it, you're talking 1,000 years up to, or down to 50 to 100 years.
I'm not thinking we're going to be around in 1,000 years, but
no, Jesus,
just
I hope
like
not.
with how fast everything's going, technology is improving at it's like a ever accelerating.
Yeah,
rate.
what's it called?
I forget what it's called. It's like, it has a name though.
It's off the guy who created the equation.
Yeah, what the fuck is it called? That's gonna piss me off.
Yeah, I'll think of it like when I'm about to head to bed. I bet.
I'm gonna look it up. And,
I can't remember. Yeah.
What is it called? The name of it.
Technology acceleration.
I put technology, speed, innovation. What the fuck's it called?
No, don't play the fucking Terminator.
The exponential.
Yeah, growth or
exponential technology growth or something.
The last time you guys played the Terminator Grant, you took away my monetization.
It's called Moore's Law.
The Moore's Law, that's it. Yes, that is it.
Yes, there we go.
They copyrighted my ass.
Wait, what?
I got a copyright claim, not a strike,
What?
a claim. That's the way.
Really?
Like, what?
On what video?
During a hangout, because when you took the last hangout, someone played Terminator music, and it fucking
that's
recognized
funny.
it. So I don't care. I don't monetize my hangouts, but if I was a big YouTuber, I could, and they fucking took that shit. It's just like bam. But one day,
But doesn't
they did that to
affect-
Anthony's. What? No, that
Well,
one
doesn't
doesn't
that like
affect your
not allow you
standing.
to?
No, that one doesn't
really?
affect your standing. This one has no effect really, and maybe if you have a flag, it'll affect it, but it doesn't affect it normally. I get them all
just
the
a
time.
flag.
It's if you put any song in there or a fucking movie clip and it recognizes it.
Yeah.
But some companies will block your video so it can't be viewed at all, and those are retarded ones. I don't know why they would do that. Just take the money and get the free advertisement. And the other ones can give you a strike, like a real strike. And so that happened with Anthony's. It got blocked to one of his hangouts. The first one I was ever on, I was with Anthony and Hagbard and John, and it got fucking blocked because he played something on there, and it got fucking caught. So that was funny though. No, because what's Grant's like, play the Terminator music.
Skynet is real.
Did you play a lot of it, or just like a few seconds worth, or?
I was away, so I guess you guys played for at least a minute.
Oh, okay.
That don't matter. They catch 10 seconds of that shit. But they usually won't catch it like that because I think it was over a speaker or something, where it was. And I'm surprised they caught it.
Yeah, I can pick up some pretty crazy stuff.
I didn't even fucking think that I would get one, and then I got a fucking email from Gmail, and I'm like, what the fuck is this for? And then I saw the Hangout, I'm like, what? Terminator? Fucking idiots. Because when I came back, you guys were, it was on at the moment.
Yeah.
So do you have to, what do you have to do? Just like do you have to just delete the music part of it, or what?
You could delete it and put the Hangout back up, but that would mean you'd have to take down the Hangout and put it back up, and then...
How long? Because there's the YouTube editor thing. As long as it's under 4 hours, you can edit it right in YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know that. I remember I've seen that, but I didn't know that. I've wanted to do that to some of my goddamn videos.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, as long as it's under 4 hours, then you can use it.
Oh, really? Because I fucking went back and re-rendered fucking videos of mine because of
that you don't have to do that.
Takes so long.
Oh my god, I can't believe that.
Yep.
All right. You gotta show me where that is, because that can
I
come in
will.
handy.
My video is finally uploaded. You guys will have to watch it when we're done.
Yes.
What is the page? Because for some reason, I feel like I'm not subbed to you. But
you're not subbed to me? Jeez.
Fan fiction, right?
Yeah, it's just feminism fiction.
Feminism fic, right?
Feminism fiction, right? Or feminism.
Feminism fiction.
Feminism fiction.
I really, I should change the name, but I should have just thought of a different name. Because I don't want all my videos to be about feminism. I'm gonna hit Islam hard.
Yeah, hit it hard.
I'm gonna hit it hard.
I'm sure you get that request.
Oh, I do. Hit
it harder.
Harder. Do you want me to link you my channel, or did you find it?
I'm gonna put it in a sec. I gotta, what's it called? Because I have the other one here you just sent, that Syrian fight war shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
What's it called? I think they like unsub people and shit. Like people got unsubbed to this week because they did some cleaning shit. But
yeah, they did something where like if you haven't accessed your channel in 10 months or something, then they took away the sub for that channel.
It's weird because I'm only here for 6 months, so it's odd. Like how they could do that.
Did you lose a bunch of subs though? Is that what happened?
Everyone did. I think everybody did.
Yeah. So it was all the channels that haven't been like logged into, like inactive people, I guess.
Yeah.
But they shit. They also, oh man, I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Oh well.
See, that's why you don't smoke.
That's been happening a lot this hangout, man. Not good. What are you gonna do? But it was about that.
Was it about YouTube deleting subscribers?
Oh no, yeah. Someone said that they actually got unsubbed from 2 channels, like a real person.
Like they just automatically unsub.
Yeah, like they're like, oh, I'm not subbed to AIU 3 and the archive anymore, but I'm still subbed to the regular channel. Like, well,
the archive got a strike, I guess.
He did after.
Yeah.
Dude, Dino got a fucking flag.
What?
Yes, bro. Will
Doyle
for his mirror, and he has like 37 subscribers.
Yeah, dude.
And he never puts out a video.
That's so ridiculous.
How fucked up is that, bro?
You're just gonna strike a 14-year-old's channel? What assholes?
So stupid.
A 14-year-old who doesn't put out videos and just mirror.
Wow.
Come on.
I've noticed the unsubbing thing for a few years actually, where,
really?
and it's only controversial channels as well.
Right. Oh, of course.
So
yeah.
you'll never get unsubbed randomly to like TYT or anything like that.
Right.
Or
No,
PewDiePie.
TJ.
It's always
You can
yeah.
only wish.
Yep. Yeah, it's
It's
really.
Well, it's always been and always will be about the money. We know that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if YouTube can gain or lose because of something, whatever, like if they lose $10 and they gain $1 million, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like obviously they're not gonna. They're just never gonna care.
So
Because
someone's got to start their own fucking thing.
Like think about it. If TJ's getting he's getting 9,000 from what though? From monetization or from?
Is it I think it's Patreon
is it from
for
Patreon?
Drunken Peasants is 9,000, and then he just
Okay, so it's
restarted his
Patreon.
own. Yeah, but he's
So
making
ridiculous.
easily over 10 grand a month. Like,
Well, I want to know what he's
if
making
not
from
like,
monetization, like,
oh,
because then you know
yeah.
what YouTube's making. Then they're either making a percentage or at least what he's making from this deal with the advertisers.
YouTube makes like 45%, don't they, or something like that?
Ooh, wow, that's big.
It's a pretty big chunk.
So what the fuck do the advertisers get?
No, the advertise.
Yeah, they don't get shit.
Yeah, they're paying YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah. And then like he's on a network, so the network would get like I think it's like 15 or 20%, and then the other person gets the rest.
It's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I don't like any of these big channels that are like won't say shit.
Yeah, fuck those big
It's starting to
channels.
annoy me. I don't give a fuck. Like I just because they just care about their money now, and
That's
they're
like
the
you said.
same as the people who are dicks that just care about their money. Like
Yeah, it sucks based on like the principle of it. Of course that sucks, but in a way, as shitty as it is, I can also it's their fucking bread and butter. It's their livelihood that they're putting on the
why
line.
is
Right?
YouTube their bread? Like does
Well,
it
just
like they didn't
because
like
it is.
get they? I don't know if any of these people's plans were to get into YouTube for money.
Yeah, but a lot of people's careers that they had
They
and
sort
that
of
they've
fell
been
into
working
it and
at
then
for like
left
20
their
or 30
careers.
years, though, sometimes like they just kind of fell into it, like you said, right?
Yeah, well.
It doesn't make it any less
yeah.
legitimate of a job because of how you got it.
It makes it less it makes it less of a concern for me to care that they want to do that. Like I'm gonna call them out then for doing that.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't have too big of a problem with like channels who don't focus around politics and the worldly news. I mean, I can understand that. But like people who talk about relevant things and refuse to say blatant facts, then I have a problem with them and they're making their money off of it. But like top 10 channels that never do political stuff, I'm not going to worry about them. But
no, I don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah,
because they're trying to send a message.
Yeah, but greed is just always going to be. It's like an ever-present thing with humans, right?
Right.
So it's shitty and it fucking sucks, and these people have like no principles, and yeah, they're shitty people to not say anything about it. But it doesn't surprise me, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Right. Yeah,
no, it doesn't surprise me one bit, but I always talk about it, so hopefully people will get mad and do something about it. Like somehow.
Yeah.
People are lazy generally.
Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah. Right.
No, why am I doing this? Then it's pointless. Making.
Oh yeah, everything's pointless in the end.
That would be totally pointless then. Shit.
Well, yeah, everything essentially is pointless, but it's only the importance is what you give it, right?
That's right.
Very existential.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jesus, I had that same. I was talking to a friend the other night at a bar, and we were talking about. He's a Christian. He was talking about how he can't understand how I can live a moral life without believing in something, and I just couldn't even go there, man. It was just so ridiculous.
That's bizarre.
And the fact that people can't wrap their brains around that, like, how do you make good decisions with yourself and live like a good life without any of that shit? I don't know.
Well, how did they not realize that they decided they're more moral than God with some things in the Bible, and that's why they don't follow it? And
I try to explain it, but they never see it.
And then they can't, understand how we do it without God when they just did it without God. Like they went against God, so they basically did it without God.
Yeah, there's all these rationalizations though that pastors and stuff feed to them, and they just soak it up because it sounds like, okay, well, yeah, this validates my religion, so why wouldn't I believe it? And it's from a fucking pastor or whatever, and so they just take it on on literally on faith.
Yeah, faith. That's the problem, faith.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like
someone
what you and I were
taking
talking about,
shit on
Billy.
faith is well, yeah,
Is
we had
it
good
the
talks about
problem,
that.
or is it what you have faith in?
It's both.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
mean, I think any
Well, it
faith is
depends.
bad,
No,
but to varying
faith based
degrees.
on something is okay. Faith based on evidence is fine,
Right.
but because then that's just like that's not really faith they're talking about. Like that's semantics,
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Possibly.
Like we can talk about faith as so like I have faith to get on the train every day and I probably won't get into a crash on the train.
Well, I don't know though, because isn't that different? Isn't that kind of a different thing though? Like, it's kind of like a hope thing, right? Like you hope, like that there's a chance that something could go wrong, but
Well,
you're
I'm not even
confident
hoping
based
it
on
because it's not an active thought in my mind when I go on the train.
right.
Because it's so reliable. Like it could happen any day, and I
Right,
know
but
that.
yeah,
But
you don't need,
there's no
faith for
way
that,
that
right?
every day I can, like God's gonna come to me. Like it's never gonna fucking happen. There's no reason to have faith in that. Like God hasn't presented himself to me every day. The train has picked me up every day without it crashing on me. And for millions and millions and millions of other people.
Train 1, God 0.
So that's why there's a difference between those two things. But people want to say they're the same thing, depending on which argument they're using, because it could be the same thing and then it could not be, depending on how they need to win the argument.
Yeah. It kind of calls for like a whole nother word.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there is probably another word, but I'm not the.
Neither am I. I don't know either.
What are your guys' thoughts on like universal morality?
Like what, objective morality?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Okay.
That's my opinion. I don't know what these guys think, but
I'm still young, so I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
do you believe more? Yeah. Do you think morals are objective or subjective? Do you think they apply to all people in all places at all times?
I think you can create a system for yourself by which you can try to be objective. But really, when it comes to like consciousness, you can't really be objective about it.
yeah, exactly. I mean, the final input for everything is your brain. So when we're talking about something we can't, we experience but can't see or touch, I mean, it's obviously the product comes from inside you, not from external,
And a really trippy thought to have is to realize that it's an illusion that you're inside something.
Right.
That's just an utter illusion. You're actually, the inside is outside. But that means the world is kind of subjective. We have to create, I think, I don't know, objectivity for ourselves. We have the capability to do that, I think.
I mean, we can't. I mean, by definition, we can't create objectivity. But I mean, we can create a framework in which morality can work for everybody and work equally well. There's no reason to think why we can't have a good system for it. But there's no reason to think that morality is something out there. I mean, obviously, the universe doesn't care about us. It doesn't care about the planets or the things, and it just does what it does. There's nothing to assume that out of complexity comes morality or right and wrong. So it just seems to me that you just have to make up your own way. What do you think, Morgan?
Some things do kind of make sense with universal morality. And I know you guys probably don't like Stefan Molyneux. But he has this thing. Okay, he has this thing called UPB, which is like universally preferable behavior, which is along the same lines. And when he's been debating somebody on it, it's it's good at its fundamental sort of just the fundamentals ideas of it.
Yeah.
When put under a lot of scrutiny, it tends to like fall apart in some places,
Right.
but generally it makes sense, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's never it's never okay to rape somebody. Like
Right.
that's something that I would say universally is preferred. Like no rape is preferred to
Yeah.
rape universally, I would say.
Right.
And obviously not being killed is universally preferred to being killed, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
Well,
there's
I mean, but that doesn't
obviously
necessarily mean it's
instances.
objective, right? That just means, I mean, that just kind of, to me, that just kind of means that we as humans tend to want to flourish and want to, treat each other well because it's better for society. That doesn't mean it's objective. It just means that is what is best for our species through, an evolutionary process, which makes that kind of behavior makes it better for everybody. So it doesn't seem to me that it could be objective from that. I don't know what you think, but it doesn't seem to me that you can get objectivity from that.
Yeah, no, I was just saying they're not the same thing, obviously, UPB and objective morality, but it's on the same sort of line.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were saying that Stephen Molyneux believed in objective morality. My bad.
Oh, no. He just has this thing called UPB, which is similar, but different. But yeah, I don't think morality is objective.
I think if someone harps on morality all the time, it's fucking worthless.
Mm-hmm.
It's really annoying and worthless.
A lot of people harp on a lot of really annoying, like teeny woo-woo worthless shit.
Yeah, like AI.
Morality is one of them because it's obvious what's most moral most of the time. Like it's and when it's not, we have to talk about it. Fine.
But even if it's not, like, oh fucking.
I think it's both objective and subjective. Like
it can't be it can't be both. Because those things they cancel each other out.
To us, it can be objective sometimes. Sometimes it's not, though. I think, like you just said, it's never right to rape anyone. But
I mean, I think that goes back to what I was saying.
Is it right to own a gun or not? You're gonna get two different answers. So.
I mean, I think,
That's what you're saying. Like it can't be both. I get what you mean.
Wait, what would be a situation in which rape became like a
okay, when you give the children the right to consent so they can be
Islam or Africa, where they believe raping children cures AIDS and homosexuality.
Oh, that's so fucked up. That's so fucked up.
So they're just giving kids AIDS. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's the cure for
it's supposed to cure the AIDS. And so there's even, like, if you look up, like, South Africa baby rape.
I'm not looking that up.
Okay,
yeah, it's horrible.
So.
Well, because they are very stupid, ignorant, uneducated people who believe in ridiculous things, and it's just a complete lack of education and just like tribalistic African weird uneducated voodoo shit.
You can say spear chuckers, it's okay.
Okay, spear chucker. Well, I'm 1/8 black, so you know.
Right. Don't want to be hating on your own kind too much.
Yeah, just a drop. But no, it comes just completely from being stupid and uneducated and traditions. I guess they've been doing that probably for a really long time. Just like with the whole Ebola thing that happened in Africa, right? They would actually break into the doctors' offices and they would take away their equipment and the medicine because they thought the medicine was actually what was giving them the Ebola. And when it was actually curing the Ebola, and they were telling them, when you're having funerals for these people that died of Ebola, you're not, don't fucking touch them, don't go near them. And what do? They're fucking touching them and dragging them through town, and it's
Do you notice the distrust for doctors everyone has? I don't understand it. There's a huge distrust for doctors.
Yeah, there is.
People don't want to go to them. People don't want to go to the doctor. Oh, no, I don't like doctors.
Well,
what the fuck is wrong with people?
I get it in some aspects, right?
But if you believe in science and you're a skeptic, then how the fuck do you even...
No, I only get it from the perspective, just the fact that they are often given like large sums of money and sort of like payback, or what's it called? It's like for how many pills they dispense or whatever, they'll get like a cut of.
Oh right, yeah, commission.
Right. So yeah, a commission. So it's like, I don't know. I don't think that should not be done on any sort of like commission or like you do me a favor, I'll do you a favor kind of basis, right? When we're dealing with people's health and people's lives and shit, like you need to take the monetary incentive aside from their like normal pay, but any sort of pay from pharmaceutical companies, in order to write more prescriptions for some sort of medication is beyond ridiculous and should be completely banned, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I think people also have just the obvious fear of not wanting to hear bad news, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, no one wants to go to the doctor and find out that there's a tumor or they have a disease or they're, coming down with, I don't, whatever, dysentery. But, nobody wants to hear bad. I think there's always that fear, too, that keeps people away.
Yeah, that's true. Which doesn't really make sense, because if there is an issue, it's only going to get worse. But,
right, you want to know about it as soon as possible.
Yeah, but even, like, I've been that person who completely avoided, like, it's...
Oh, yeah, me too.
It goes against your better judgment and all rationale and, like, logic, but...
Yeah. It seems theistic, though, to me. Like, it's weird.
To not do it?
Yeah.
To not go, I mean?
Or especially depending on what it is. Like,
right.
The more severe, the more retarded.
Well, I mean, you have, religious people who refuse to go to the doctor because, they don't want anything interfering with,
I'm just talking about,
God's
like, people who aren't even religious and...
Oh, right.
It's like, like, there's too much... There's a lot of religiosity in the non-religious world.
Yeah.
And it's great.
Yeah, Blake is an example of that.
I want to fucking shake it all off, man. It's fucking killing me.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know, but I feel like everyone has something there they want to woo with.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we were talking about, Billy, right? We were talking about having a hangout about this, is that it seems, at least for the majority, people have a tendency to want to believe something, something, whether it's something non-physical or some kind of, deity or some kind of something you can't prove, something you have to take on faith. People just seem to have to want to believe in something like that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
in a weird way, like I kind of do get it. It provides like a level of comfort that nothing else nothing else that I've experienced in life can actually provide. So like I do get how people would choose that sort of feeling of comfort and their supposed knowing what's going to happen when they die over like truth and science and logic, right?
I guess I get why. It just seems so, just so dishonest, and just seems like you're just spitting in the face of the reality that, you have this small amount of time and you want to waste it thinking about the good that'll come afterwards.
It is, yeah. It's
or whatever it be, whether you're thinking about ghosts or ghouls or something that you can just never know about, and you spend all your time thinking about it, and yet you'll never know yes or no, and it just seems weird to me. It just seems so dishonest.
With a theist, it's just intellectually and realistically dishonest.
Right.
But
you're talking about something that Kant brought up. Let me look this up really quick. It's something called antinomies. Antinomum? I can't say it. But essentially they're arguments that can go both ways. Like the idea that the universe is finite and the idea that the universe is
infinite. Yeah.
They're both can be argued for, and their arguments are both valid and sound. And what ends up happening is that you're asking these questions, and the answers aren't flawed. It's the question itself, right? That's where the problem with a lot of this stuff lies. Especially, probably, I don't know, it probably lies in religion, right? Because religion purports to, like, have answered some of these questions that are flawed.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be just, like, religious stuff. I mean, people can feel that way about all kinds of stuff.
No, I know, but I mean, that's what I mean when I said like the religious, like this.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
You mentioned like you see it in the SJW types, right, where they're chanting and like saying exactly like all the same thing, and they look like zombies.
By any means necessary, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
The only thing we have to lose are these chains. Is that the fucking?
Oh God.
Oh Jesus.
Oh no.
That was just ridiculous.
Have you seen those? They're terrifying.
Yeah, they're terrifying.
Videos, the one where he like listed all of them. I sat there shocked. I'm like, do these people realize they're in a new religion and that it's doing the same stupid bullshit? Yeah, they want you like to sin, right? They all know about the sin. You know,
that's true.
Oh, you've got this privilege, and you have to repent for your privilege, and
that's funny.
You do good things for others, and if you don't, well, you're a bad person, and we're gonna socially ostracize you. Like,
I never thought about it like that.
All religious.
I think that makes sense.
Mocha would like to talk about tits. I second that.
That is fine with me. Yeah.
Tits are beautiful.
Tits. So, what's your guys' ideal size? Areolas, nipples? Please do tell.
Leica.
Yeah, Leica. Just see Leica.
Leica. I've never seen Leica's tits.
Oh, she just posted them the other day.
Oh, really? Like full tits or just cleavage?
Oh yeah, they were out. It was
what?
Oh yeah.
How did I miss this?
Wait, I don't know how anyone could.
Where did she do this? Twitter?
Yeah.
What?
Oh man, I think I literally didn't stop smiling all day.
She doesn't strike me as the type that would do such a thing.
Scandally.
Wow, that is scandalous. Jeez. Wow.
Yeah, just look at that, and there's my preference.
Are they still on her profile?
I'm not sure. I would think so.
I'm looking.
Otherwise, you're gonna have to describe. Can you describe them for me?
Oh, they're beautiful. I mean, they're really well-rounded. I mean, she has nice size. I mean, she has a little bit. What? Some tits are not well-rounded.
No, it's like reminding me of like when you're talking about a person's like personality.
Very well-rounded.
You're well-rounded.
Right, yeah. Well, that too. You know.
I'm just like laughing.
That's funny. Her areolas are a little big, but they're gorgeous.
I like them because
it just depends on your preference. Like I don't mind it.
Yeah. What are your guys' thoughts on like fake tits? Against? For? Don't care.
Depends.
I think I don't know. Maybe this is controversial. I don't know. I'm still young, right? But I don't like fake tits.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather real, but bad real could be worse than
Than good fake.
But Billy, do they feel real, right? Like, or are they like, hard balls?
Well, how old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay. How many tits have you honestly felt?
Like 5.
And we're not counting each tit. We're counting each pair of tits.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Vasectomy.
So, okay.
Or he had one girl and one of the creatures from fucking Toad.
Most tits, honestly, are not rock hard. Like mine are
No, I'm talking about fake tits.
No, I have fake tits.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. They're not rock hard. They feel very, very real.
Really?
Yeah, most I understand how porn star tits, the ones that are just look like two kind of balls, just
beach balls stuffed in there.
Yeah, those are hard, gross tits. But you can get nice, natural looking and feeling.
Yeah, I've heard of that. That's what I meant when I'm talking about when I go to that extreme. I'm talking about those the really balloonish ones,
But who are we kidding? I doubt you'd turn down even the most balloonish of the balloon ones. Right?
Yeah, honestly, that's when it comes down to it. I'm not thrilled with fake tits, but I mean, or at least
but you wouldn't be putting your pants back on and being all right.
I would never be like, that is a fucking deal breaker. Get out of my bed.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just not an option. I mean, when tits present yourself to you, you just don't turn them down. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever handled fake tits. If I did, there was only a possibility of one or two of these people being it because,
I think you'd know. Why wouldn't you know?
Well, I think I would know too. So I don't think I've ever handled.
Okay. Okay.
But there were one or two girls who had like just perfect tits, so shape-wise. So maybe
Some women are just born with
maybe
naturally
they
perfect tits.
they could have been
Yeah,
fake,
it's true.
if I recall. But
You can always see a scar actually if you look closer.
yeah,
Right.
I do
Yeah.
not think any have ever handled fake.
Yeah, some women are just like honestly like blessed with like the most
Yeah.
perfect natural boobs.
What
Lucky
were you
bitches.
before you got implants?
What was I?
Yes.
I was like a B cup. I had like
Alright, though.
yeah, I had like fairly decent sized boobs, and now I'm like a 34 triple D.
Heyo.
Hey yo. So yeah, they're big, but they're like it's like a good like a handful.
Handful sounds good.
Yeah.
There's just nothing better than subcutaneous adipose tissue.
What fruit are they like? Nah.
What fruit are they like?
Okay, so size-wise.
They're like the
Yeah.
size of like maybe like a grapefruit. No,
yeah,
no,
I
they're
said
not.
a grapefruit.
In between like a grape. Well, I don't know. I posted a picture on my Twitter at one point. Here, I'll send you a link and you can tell me
I can tell you what size
what fruit they're comparable to.
I love when women tell me to tell them what size their tits are. Sounds good. You're always in a good position when that happens.
Yeah. Let's see. Did you guys see the Banco little video I posted in the side chat?
No, I haven't watched it.
That's the second one? I didn't know.
It was the last one. It was something I just like privately sent AIU like many months ago.
Nice.
Just private on my channel. I had like way too much fun one day, like putting Josh Banco's faces on the dancing thing.
Awesome. Oh my fuck. That is amazing. Jesus Christ. Why is that not on Twitter circling around Banco's feed?
It should be actually.
It should be. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, can I actually, let's see. I should unprivate it, actually, is what I should do, because it's privated on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, please let the world see that masterpiece.
Yeah, I will. Okay, I will unprivate it right now.
Sweet.
Yeah, no reason to private Banco.
Yeah.
He'll probably ask you to fight him, though.
Oh, I think he already has me blocked and stuff.
Does he really?
Yeah, I think so. I was going in on him pretty hard for a while there.
Phrasing.
Yeah, he's been pretty quiet lately, though, hasn't he?
He's been asking. It's really weird. He's been asking Anthony to share his weight with everybody.
Why?
He's been like bothering Anthony, like, "Hey, get a scale, old man. Weigh yourself." It's just really weird.
Why?
I don't know. Josh might have some kind of like pseudo-sexual relationship, or at least fetish going on with Anthony, because he loves picking on him. He's not really picking on him. He's just like failing at trying to be, I don't know, the dominant one.
How's Tom Gevitt these days?
Tom Gevitt, I forgot about that little fuck. Yeah, I've actually made a video on Tom Gevitt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was after his debate with G-Man, and during the debate with G-Man, he put in one of like those live like polls, like who's winning the debate, and you can track it live. And a bunch of us monkeys just jumped in and like started trashing Gevitt and just like rooting for G-Man, and so we all voted for G-Man. And Tom Gevitt wrote a whole article about how the monkeys rigged the debate. Rigged the debate. He just like threw us all under the bus. He was like, "Nope, it was these fuckers from AIU." He's like, "I'm not a total tweak, and I can't express any of my ideas properly. It's these faggots."
Oh my god! Wow, I
So
hate
funny.
that guy. He's just.
Yeah, I can't imagine what his mom thinks of
you
him.
were wrong too, huh, Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
To put it nicely.
To laugh at. How's Evercourt? Is that done? Anyone?
Yeah, it's done. There's a version on it online. You can go download it and play.
Shit, I'm gonna have to do that then.
Me and Billy are the second battle, so you better get to it.
I will.
Did you beat it, Prince?
No,
Not
I
beat
actually
it, but
haven't.
beat
I got.
what's available to play.
I
It's
actually
not
started
done
a Let's Play, and then and I started recording like my game, and somehow it got I don't know disrupted or something happened where I couldn't use it anymore. So I haven't played it since. But I got past Nick, and then I just stopped.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nick is pretty
It's hard, man.
Yeah,
I kept going for the gun. I just had to keep going for that gun.
You got to get it on the first try, and then you'll probably make it.
Okay, I can never get on the first try. It's like this. It's like such an
hard.
actual
It's
game.
so
It's so
hard.
amazing.
Are they still working on it? Like,
They're gonna do more like additional. I don't know what you call it, like add-ons. I guess they'll do it like series. Like this is like the first series, and they'll have more.
like a different build.
That'll be good.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know of any online community that has an exclusive video game for their own group of people.
Yeah, no, I don't really. No,
It's pretty
no.
awesome, if you ask me.
Yeah, it is pretty great. Did Tom actually like okay it in the end, or did it go
He
ahead?
didn't have to because Ross kept
He got
asking
legal
him.
on his ass.
Yeah, Ross kept asking him to just just consent to signing over the rights, right? And we
Yeah,
had a whole
it
bunch of
wasn't
memes
being
for him.
used, and it was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
But Ross finally had enough of it, and because he found out in as far as the law goes, if you don't use something for X amount of years, it's not your intellectual property anymore. So
Oh.
Ross took it and sent him a cease and desist letter.
That's
Like,
amazing.
he actually had to physically send him a cease and desist letter.
Wow. I'm
Isn't
sure.
that
Oh
awesome?
man, that must have just pissed Tom right the fuck off.
I honestly hope he cried a little bit.
I'm sure he probably did. I'm sure he probably punched a wall or something too. I can just imagine his little like temper tantrum freak out when he got that letter.
Mom!
Mommy! Oh my god. Yeah,
Oh, shit.
that's very good, very smart.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Ross is the man.
Shit posting to the extreme.
Yeah, when you make a game about somebody, Jesus.
Well,
And
I'm
send a
downloading
legal
it right
document.
now.
Solid. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Terminated.
Oh my god, I just saw the screenshot photo of Josh in like whatever like fur costume.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, wow.
The intro video is so good.
I haven't actually even seen it. I've missed out.
Or like the intro to the actual game. Like not
Oh,
the
okay.
trailer, but like the actual
Okay.
intro. It's really good.
Oh yeah, the intro is sick.
Yeah.
Yay, I'm excited. That's good.
Definitely.
Are you guys still doing Minecraft?
I don't know. I haven't seen Wendell in forever. He might sometimes he passes out playing with me.
Oh,
So
he passes
I'll
out
be like,
playing with you.
he'll play with me and then he'll pass out online. Usually the cams are on, but not always.
That sounds really kinky.
Yeah, we get down.
You guys play with each other and then get
Yeah.
so tired from all the exertion that you pass out.
Yeah, you know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Wendell may throw a brick at Chris, so
Yeah.
gotta be careful.
Yeah, he dropped a load or two.
Took a couple of bong loads.
He ripped a couple loads on my face.
Oh, sexy. That's hot.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Jake
shit.
says I should get in touch with Gevitt. No, Gevitt hates me. Yeah.
I could have just imagined the kind of like sadomasochistic stuff he's into.
Yeah, he really hates me. I got into like a yelling match with him on like one of the lives. Like,
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Was it the Twole on Twile?
Yeah, it actually was Twole on
That's
Twile.
awesome.
Yeah. I'm kind of sad they stopped doing that actually.
Yeah, it was an amazing example of Tom's brilliant just failure at life.
Yeah, and Josh. It was just
It
was- yeah, it was-
horrible animation that
it
they
was
have,
wonderful.
like that picture they use for it, the animation
Yeah.
of the kangaroo. It's so-
Yeah, it was really bad.
What is that thing? It's
They were just like they just tried to be so professional about it. It was like, whoa, we'll debate you and present your points, and we'll present our counter arguments, and
Oh.
it's just like so ridiculous.
Yeah, it was really horrible.
Tom thinks he's at Oxford like every time he gets on YouTube.
Yeah, they take
He's like-
themselves far too seriously and put far too much stock in their intelligence.
Yeah, no shit.
Nah, that's dangerous.
He would be
Like if I was Gabby, I would just hedge my bets on like McDonald's. Right, like just whatever you can get by with. It doesn't even have to be, important or self validating. Just do whatever you can get because it's not going to be much.
What are they even saying? Like, what is his main goal? Like,
Well, at the beginning it was just calling Devin racist.
A
It was
racist.
basically just calling him, a racist and a bigot and why he's a neo-Nazi basically.
Freaking out because he said blacks cause insanely more crime
right.
than any other race in America, and they're like, yeah, but you don't understand why. You need to talk about why.
The reason.
It's because they're poor, and it's because of this, and it's because of that, and it's like, okay, but they still commit more fucking crimes. Like,
they're just excuses for those.
yeah,
people.
they're exactly.
But you're racist,
exactly.
and you don't explain the reason.
Go ahead, Billy. I'm sorry.
No, I just said you're a racist if you don't explain the reasons.
Well, it's just
The
their,
racist
like,
reasons.
it's their racism of low expectations.
Yeah, soft bigotry.
Remember when Anthony was like, Anthony fucking did the best thing against him. He was just like, he asked him about Aboriginals and
yeah, dude,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was spot on.
and he's like, yeah, he's like, do you make excuses for them? No. And he's like, oh, so why not with black people? He's like, oh, because. And he just made up some shit.
Yeah, his brain just couldn't comprehend. It was so funny because the whole time those guys
Brain
like
farted. That was like
actually
the moments where he knew I'm wrong, and then he just had to say something anyway.
Yeah, he just had to
Decided
divert the
right
conversation.
there, I'm going anyway.
Just double down. I know I'm wrong, but I'm doubling down.
That is
Oh,
the
yeah,
moment where
quadruple down.
yeah, that's the moment where he could have went the other way, but he decided not fuck Devin, fuck Anthony. I'm
Yeah.
going at them. I want to win this. And that's
Yeah, I probably watched those Banco debate streams probably like at least 5 times each one, just because they're so fucking hilarious.
They are, yeah. The one with Devin I've watched a couple times. The
Yeah.
first one.
It's very,
It's
very,
like, okay,
very
who's this
entertaining.
faggot calling you racist? Like,
Yeah. Shitty welder.
yeah, the shit welder. Oh gosh. So much entertainment has come out of Banco's misery.
Mhm. Yeah.
I used the clip on
The clam?
where
Oh,
he's saying about Devin. He's like, I will never back down. He's like,
This is like Spartacus or something.
Defend your
I will
clan.
never stop. I will never back down.
Yeah. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
God almighty. I think
Oh,
I'm gonna
thank
end it real soon, guys.
All right, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
This has been a good hangout.
Yeah, it's been fun.
That's
Thanks
awesome.
for having me on.
Yeah.
it
Let's,
was good to talk to you, Morgan.
Yeah, you as well.
Yeah.
Go check out my video, y'all, when we're done.
I subbed.
Yeah, I'm going to. That's immediately what I'm going to do.
I subbed, but I won't sub.
You don't have to sub.
I was rather anxious at the beginning.
Most
What's that?
DOMs aren't. Most professional DOMs are not dominant all the time.
Right.
The
Yeah,
female.
because who wants to be the same thing all the time?
Yeah, right. It's like being at you don't want to do what you do at work all day when you're home.
You don't want to be an electrician and go home and fix the wiring on your.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking, you don't want to be a welder and then go home and just spend the rest of the night welding, right?
Yeah, except Josh. Josh might be the only exception to that rule.
Yeah.
He has to practice.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Josh is the welding guy who he was welding something and it snapped and smacked him in the fucking face. Like
I can imagine anything like that happening to Josh. It could happen so easily.
he's
Oh,
like
I have
trying
no
to
thoughts
de-weld
on it.
it.
Oh.
So funny. All right, guys. Fuck it.
Okay,
I'm gonna
thank
get out.
you.
Yeah,
Have
cool.
a
Thanks,
good
Billy.
night, guys.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Always.
Yep. Peace.
Thank you,
Adios.
everyone.
All right, later.
Peace. White power.